When we last left off, you guys were exploring a ruin, having been directed there, quested, whatever, from a apparent follower of Sigmar who claimed to see visions, and immediately you guys all packed up, headed off into the desert, into the Badlands. You are in the, I forget what the region is called, a section just to the west of Weesbrook. Skag Hills. Yes, the Skag Hills, a region of dusty, dirty, dry, rocky terrain, in search of what appears to be a old settlement to followers of Ulrich. While there, you found a opening into a subterranean cavern section, and some sort of hostile creatures that nobody's really gotten a good look at, because the closest look took off and ran, sacrificing or at least leaving behind Tony the Pony. You guys have been exploring down below, finding a crypt of sorts, and some miscellaneous things, including some strangely activated lights and candles. And recently, when we ended, a couple of you have split off after hearing a large crash coming from the entrance area of the crypt level, back in the hole that you have everybody climb down. While three of you set up an ambush to try to figure out what's coming in, the other three of you wandered on past some old scaffolding into an area and discovered a lit room filled with a old sarcophagus and dozens of candles currently burning.
It's not shady.
No.
Did you remember to start streaming?
I did.
Audio?
Audio is automatic. So yes, we should be good.
It should be good first time.
It's the Legion games that are more challenging. There's way too many moving parts there. I'm always forgetting one piece or another. So
Yeah, who was with me? Because I remember this part where I was heading off, and I found the...
The soldier and the hunter.
yeah, we have soldier and hunter and
fighters.
the priest. So the soldier is currently hanging back,
I'm a janitor.
leaving just you and the hunter at this point. You can see in the room, looks like the priest is carrying the torch or the light, the lantern, I think it is. You can see off to your left, there's a short set of stairs that leads into a slightly elevated chamber. That's where the dark region is. That leads into a chamber that has 4 thick columns and an old ornate sarcophagus made of stone, surrounded by a couple of dozen candles, all actively burning.
And they're not green.
The candles are not green.
Okay, but the other candles were indeed green.
The other candles in the whatever witch's room, yes, were green.
The grate had orange lights, though. Or were they red?
They were green.
It was green down in the grate over here too.
Yeah, there were traps. All right, I'm going to move towards the sarcophagus, but at a pace where I can keep an eye out for traps.
Okay. So you're going to head up there. What are you going to do, minus?
Go follow him like 10 feet behind.
Okay.
Let him blow out.
So he moves cautiously forward, holding the lantern up, trying to get as much light as possible. Meanwhile, the other three of you heard a large crash in the direction of the entrance. You guys currently retreated to the jail cells, or the prison cells that you had found, where Erdem was actively searching and checking for anything the group in their haste might have missed. What would you like to do? Erdem has a light, I think.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Okay.
take a 5-foot step back in that direction and wait to see if anything comes in.
Okay, just to the doorway?
No, back this to the south.
Right, towards the doorway.
No, I'm on the south side, aren't I?
No, you're on the north side.
Then I want to take a 5-foot
South
step
is
to the
always
north.
this way.
Yeah, I should have stood up and saw like that.
Okay, so you're going to go a little bit further into the room.
Yes.
Okay. And Dip and Erdem, what are you going to do? They inform you there's something apparently out there in the hallways. At least they heard a noise.
I'm gonna do the same
Okay.
thing, except I'm gonna
You
go
want
south.
me to be a distraction and keep searching?
Your Jabberjaw can be a distraction.
I would assume she's already talking still.
Right.
Yeah, speaking of which, I didn't get a chance to add the extra person. Let me find a person for her.
Oh, the pointer's a dagger.
Her name is Gisela Jabberjaw.
I'll go down one.
Gisela Jabberjaw? Okay. Let me just create one.
Yes, dark.
That is my like go-to spell.
I know, it does the most amount of damage.
Yeah.
Which is critically succeed on cauterized wounds.
What was her name? Giselle?
Yeah, Gisela. Gisela Oppenheim.
Yeah, I have dice. That's not a good start.
Okay. Giselle Oppenheim is there now.
Okay. I shall be a distraction while searching the room.
Okay.
Like, searching the room like I was.
Now
previously, not
she's
making-
just continuing to chatter and take notes and discuss things like how exactly would you like me to describe this, sir? And do you think you have any magic that might be able to be of assistance here? She seems oblivious to any potential danger.
Perfect distraction.
You could unlock the cell, go in there, because the cells are locked,
Correct.
and we don't have a key. You can
Correct.
lock cells and go in there and be a perfect distraction, because you can't be touched, but you could attack from inside.
That were part.
Could you go give me a sharp pencil, or could you hand me one of those mechanical pencils? Let me write some precision.
No, thank you.
Dull ass pencil
Okay.
ain't working with me.
I'm surprised
No?
the
You want to be
erasers
trapped?
are-
Okay.
No.
There's plenty.
The erasers are usually
Alright.
like rock hard.
So you're just gonna hang out in the shadows, wait for something to come? And what about you, Dip?
I'm gonna stay right where I'm at.
Okay,
Hanging
so-
out in the shadows.
And otherwise you're just gonna sit there, continue ignoring whatever threat might be?
Yep, searching the room.
Okay.
Not leaving the room, but
Okay. Meanwhile, over at the other side, Frederick and Minus, you slowly approach the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
What is your perception bonus?
Could you pull the map down a little for us?
51, I think. Okay.
Perception bonus is 39.
Okay.
54.
54 and 39. Okay. Seems safe.
Awesome. Continuing forward.
Okay.
Boom.
You step onto the stairs. You see four, like I said, ornate pillars. They are decorated almost like with abstract carvings, representing what looks like wolf heads, staring inwards towards the sarcophagus. Okay. The sarcophagus is obviously somebody of some renown and rank, covered with a wolf motif across the entire thing. Looks old. There's a fine layer of dust on everything, along with the dust that's just continuously in the air. And more of that clay just around the room, around the perimeter.
You're not here. I can't answer this question.
I was just going to stare at you when you asked the question.
Well, I'm starting to get a suspicion that maybe am I 100% with my theology
No.
aware that this is Ulrich and not wolf totems for a orc tribe?
No.
So
You are approximately 45% sure, based on your knowledge of religion. Since you are not an avid follower of Ulrich, I mean, you recognize the symbology, but yes, there certainly is some aspects that overlap between the two.
Right.
But the architecture here is decidedly not orcish.
that's
I mean, it's primitive, but it's more of
primitive human.
more like 100 or 200 years old rather than anything else.
Okay. I'm gonna step up on the platform
Okay.
or elevated room area.
Okay.
And roll initiative.
You feel a slight shift in the tiles underneath your feet.
I'm gonna die.
Axes.
I stepped on a mine.
Nothing immediately happens,
Right.
but it feels like at least one of the stones is loose.
Vietnam.
Got blasted by a ray of chaos.
I'm not gonna move. I'm just
Okay.
gonna look down at my feet.
Okay.
Does the tile look like it shifted?
It's flagstones and brick here. It looks like one of the bricks has shifted slightly.
This is Sean Main.
Okay, I'm gonna turn around. He's within sight, right?
Yeah, he's about 10 feet away.
Hey, can you come up here? You would have no suspicion, dude. Come up
Yeah.
here. Don't step beyond the stairs, though. Come here. And I'm gonna shine my lantern off to the sides, like reach out as far as I can without moving my feet,
Okay.
and see if like there's arrow slits over here or dart holes, or look at the ceiling, stuff like that. See if I can.
Yeah, it's a holy. It's a holy
Looks
seal.
clear to you.
I think I stepped on a trap. Can you look around and see if you can find what this
You
trap
might
may
wanna
be
hide the dice
before I
rolls.
move my feet?
Oh, are they invisible?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Nothing.
Damn you.
None of your concern.
Yeah, I'll examine the room, see if I can spot anything
There you go.
out of the ordinary.
Yep.
Oh, now they're gone.
You got to see your
He,
dice.
he
rolls
failed his
there,
perception.
Oh, I wasn't even looking.
Real bad.
George is metagaming. You're paying. You're playing the
I
game.
purposely said you should probably hide the dice roll.
Yeah.
I probably couldn't even.
Yeah, I'll examine.
It's gone now.
Okay.
Yeah, well, even if they were on
That's
there.
not mine.
Okay. Yeah, you look around. I mean, there's certainly areas along the wall or on the pillars where something small might be able to be inserted or removed or something like that. I mean, there's plenty of cracks, but I mean, neither of you are really skilled thieves, so you're not sure. If you suspect a trap, yeah, there's probably lots of options here. It's not like that first room where there's very obvious holes in the roof, but you're unsure.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. You see those barrels? Or those candles? Those are candles, aren't they?
On the ground,
That would be.
those are
5 foot.
large clay urns.
Go grab one of those. Bring it here.
That would be a
Why
big
have this
candle.
tray?
I wonder if it weighs as much as his armor.
Maybe.
You know, Indiana Jones.
That's what I'm gonna try to do.
I figured that's where he was going.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, sure. I'll see
Okay.
if I can
I was more thinking you were gonna just like roll it into the room.
Yeah, you,
No.
you wander over there. They're large earthenware urns, maybe 10 gallon. They have a topper on top of it that's been sealed with what looks like some sort of mud or cement.
It's a trap.
Is he still standing on the?
He
supposed
hasn't
brick?
moved since he got off the stairs.
As in, like, is he still standing on the piece that shifted?
What piece that shifted? He got off the stairs, stopped, and then called you forward.
Yes, this is obvious.
I'll see if I can lug one of the barrels up.
I just told you, I
Okay.
stepped on a trap.
Yeah.
Go look to see
Are
if you
you
can figure out what the
still-
trap is. Yes, of course I am. I'm not moving.
Move your foot. it
No,
goes
he's
off.
playing with the brick as you're getting.
Oh, that looks.
What's that do?
There's a little lever right here. Click.
Okay. You heft one of the pots. You lift it up. As you do, it cracks, and the whole thing falls apart in your hands. Spray of ash or sand or something like that, with what looks like a handful of bones, falls out on the ground with a loud clatter and so forth as the pot breaks.
Can I identify the type of the bones?
Appears to be humanoid.
While that is unfortunate for that poor soul, could you please try again, but this time be a little more gentle with the ancient clay pot.
And he goes
Well,
through
try
and
again.
repeatedly breaks the ball.
See, in video games, you'd specifically be going around smashing every pot. It's the difference between a role-playing game.
Yeah,
you
but it
want
would also
you
be
want
like,
to
"I
save
found
the
5
pot.
copper in
Yeah,
this one."
going to just fly out of every pot.
His last name's Mink. We know.
Okay. The next one's you're able to at least lift it up. It seems to be holding. It's heavy. You'd estimate maybe 30 pounds.
I'm going to attempt bring it over to the man that's up the stairs.
Okay.
Right.
Meanwhile, Anders wanders in, trying to figure out what's going on. He's eating some trail rations.
Those are some really nice trail rations.
They are.
Makes yourself
He keeps the good stuff for himself.
Wow.
So, Ben, the group has moved on a little bit. Half the group is hiding in the prison cells area, waiting for whatever noise is out there to come eat them, while Frederick and Minus have moved into the room where the sarcophagus is. Frederick thinks he might have set off some sort of trap by stepping on a loose tile or loose brick, and currently Minus is trying to bring a large urn of presumably ash to substitute for weight where his foot is. Nothing's actually happened yet other than a stone moved as he stepped on it, so he hasn't moved since then.
It's just bad construction.
So,
It is a couple of
Minus, you
years
got a 30-pound clay urn. What are you going to do?
Waddle it over to the
Okay.
Frederick.
Okay.
Well, 30 pounds for you is heavy for a grown-ass man.
Not
Not
that.
that
It's
heavy.
not that bad.
And you've been well fed for a while.
Yeah.
Right?
Just toss it to him.
No, you toss it and then it breaks on you because of how fragile it is.
You slip
Never
on
get-
the ash.
Never getting that out of your.
Have we figured out if the orcs killed Tony the pony?
No,
No.
we don't even know if it's a orc.
We've been playing
We're
for,
more worried about the priest.
10
He's
minutes.
about to get punctured.
Yep. Okay. So he walks up to you with an urn. Seems fairly
Set it
fragile.
down very gently on this tile.
Okay.
It's what happens when you
Is,
go.
Okay.
is it a larger tile?
No, it's a brick.
Just a single brick.
Yeah. I mean, it's a larger brick. It's not a
Yeah,
a
so
modern
my foot's
brick.
not completely covering it.
It's your foot is pretty much on that one. It's not completely covering it, but yeah, you'd have to shift things to get the urn
That's
on top of
fine.
it.
Reflex save.
Yeah.
Dexterity's his strong suit.
Yeah. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to use the weight
Yeah, I
of
bet
the
he wish
urn
he had dart.
to keep this depressed, and I will step off towards the stairs. Understood?
Okay, so you're gonna back off to the stairs when he puts the urn on it.
Wouldn't that
No, we're gonna try to put the urn on it,
Okay,
like the edge of it
as close as you could, and then
onto
step off.
it, and then I'll step off
Okay.
so that there's always weight on it. I'm gonna die.
But
This is
stick
gonna
it
be
on,
such a
boom.
shitty end for this character. God, I'm
You
gonna
even
be
have to
so
use that hammer,
upset.
I
man.
know.
Then I get a match kit. Well, we get a match kit.
Right.
It could just be a loose
You
stone
only
going
need one
into the
battle
ground.
force.
It could be,
How about this?
but it's your dad, so
Yeah.
it's not.
If it matters, the hammer you're noticing is flickering, almost pulsing.
It's not even glowing anymore.
I mean, it's glowing, but it's like surging and then quieting and surging and quieting. He doesn't seem to have noticed it one way or the other.
It's a
How
need
about,
a new owner sign because this one's about to die.
how about this?
Vacancy, no vacancy, vacancy, no vacancy.
If I just hold it while I'm outside the room that presumably has traps until you get out of the room that presumably has the traps.
What? What are you talking about?
He wants to hold your hammer.
No, I hold the
Oh.
thing
Grabs
down.
the hammer and runs away.
So you're gonna step on the stone when he moves away.
No, I'm going to like stand on the stairs, press it down until he moves out of the room.
If it's spring loaded with a decent spring, that's not going to be enough.
So you 3 fingers.
I mean, if your intent is to put your body weight behind it,
Yes.
that's okay.
My intent is to like
And
hold it down.
Okay.
3 fingers.
Got it. So what are you gonna do with that urn in your hands?
No, put the urn on it. I appreciate your idea. You can do both.
How are you gonna put an urn? If presumably it's a flat surface with bricks.
Yeah,
How are
it's
you gonna
roughly
put
the size
urn?
of a sheet of paper.
Foot. Small exaggeration. I get it. Urn. The weight of it will sit
That's a
there,
small foot.
but it needs
And
a much
smaller.
smaller
I
surface
think that's
area.
bigger.
I don't need your drink.
Yeah, I was very confused there for a moment. I literally was like, why am I handing this to him?
This is our issue.
Yeah,
with our
sure.
friends.
I'll set the urn.
Okay.
On the depressed tile.
Apparently you've
surrounded by
never been
tiles.
tomb raiding before.
Of course not.
I think you
That's,
should
that's an
just try
80s thing.
it
They don't,
and
these
go
these
for it.
youngins don't know anything about that stuff.
played Python. So.
Okay.
Alright, we have a plan. We're going forward.
Okay. So who wants to give me a luck roll?
You're just watching.
Oh,
you
God.
back and go.
Dark field.
Is luck an actual?
No,
Popcorn.
it's just a straight roll.
98.
98.
Wow.
Okay.
Ow.
You put the urn down.
That's opening, by the
You
way.
shift
Okay,
your
go
weight.
ahead.
The stone doesn't seem to move perceptibly. The urn is now sitting on it, apparently holding it down,
Awesome.
at least for the time being.
Awesome. Backing off.
Yeah, you're back on the stairs at this point.
That was very intense.
It is.
Diffused one mine. Well, now we know there's traps on there.
I don't have one.
Yeah, we're gone.
Why don't you go check it out?
You're fast.
You are much faster than I am.
But darts have less chance of getting through the plate mail.
Yeah, you're right.
Not if they're my darts.
Okay, so I'm gonna take. Now that I understand what I'm looking
I
for.
think it's just a
Sure.
I'm just gonna move it.
Stop. No, I'm gonna stop him. I'm gonna stop him.
Okay.
It was a joke.
Okay.
It was a joke. Back him up.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna lean down and actually examine the brick.
Sure.
Right. Take the lantern up to it. I'm gonna look to see if there's any perceptible way of determining if that is a specific type of brick as opposed to some other brick. So, okay, this brick has, a different shape to it. It has a marking or anything that.
The most notable thing you determine is the floor is multiple bricks of different sizes and shapes.
Mm-hmm.
There are some light gray ones and some dark gray ones. This particular one happened to be a dark gray one. They're about 50-50 in the mix. If you look at the map, it shows the mix of dark and light gray.
Oh yeah, it does.
Okay.
That's not very helpful.
No. This particular stone, when it shifted, it moved the layer of dust over everything,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very obviously separated at this point. Looking at the rest of the room, for your skill level, Mr. War Priest, you don't detect any other tracks or triggers or something. If you only had a roguish type person with some training, that might be more beneficial.
Honestly, do we even have a single person with roguish type training?
I don't think so.
He's
Nobody ever took anything like that.
Sailor's the closest.
Yeah.
But
There are,
random rolls. It wasn't
I
like-
rolled a
but you
3
guys
on
have had
my
plenty of
perception.
opportunity to change classes if that's what you want to do. Plus, you've had contacts with the Thieves Guild,
A sailor's the closest.
and I think they even offered to train people.
Well, we had to go to the next town. We
Yeah.
had to do it there because
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was we were gonna get burned at the stake
Yeah.
if we stayed.
Yeah.
So
We might be able to rogue out of that.
If,
Little
so-
revisionist
if,
history there.
if somebody wants to go rogue, there are options. Right now, you don't currently have
I need
anybody
a
with that
big
training.
Shield. Does anybody have a big shield in our group? You.
Jeez, shield. Bullets.
I have a buckler.
Ben does. He's the warrior. He's standing right behind you with the big shield.
Yeah.
Hey. You're in plate like I am, and you have a shield. You could probably survive a dark trap.
You get shot.
You can take a few hits.
Can't
uh,
survive.
Okay.
I'm dead serious. I'm not even kidding. Do you have a helmet?
I actually have more armor than I
Sounds
think
like
than
Uncle
you.
Sam.
I have like when we were actually
Maybe.
playing actual
Sounds like
Warhammer,
Uncle
I have
Sam.
like an
Like those
18
old
in total.
posters.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I have 19. I have half
Oh.
plate.
Okay.
Oh,
So do you.
Okay. Yeah.
Or you
So,
should. It's just from what it sounded
yeah.
like.
Yeah.
So
Charm.
the
So-
point
Still
is,
activate.
you're covered in armor. You have a helmet, right? Do you have a helmet?
Yeah.
Okay, and you have a giant shield. I think, in all reality, you could probably trigger this trap to see what it does. It may not even work anymore. This place is so old.
It may not even be a trap.
It may not even be a trap, maybe a loose stone. I like this guy's idea.
I don't know. I like your idea, Carter. Is when you investigated the stones. Dad rolled a luck roll. He failed, and he knocked over the urn.
Yeah,
And it's like a guillotine trap, so your head just gets chopped off at the entrance.
Or you shake the ground too violently,
It does.
and the urn shatters.
Why don't why doesn't someone like stand where you guys are and just pick up the base and move?
Because we don't know where the arrow's gonna come from.
Then they still have to
Right
stand.
behind you.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, Me and him. What?
How about I just shoot the urn?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. You guys move down and shoot the.
You're not there, Carter.
Yeah,
I'm not sure why you guys are all contributing ideas here to the three fools over in the by the
The Three
sarcophagus.
Stooges didn't
Yeah.
have
What
help.
fools?
Well, the entire group would be arguably, but
Yeah,
I looked for traps.
Well,
you did.
I'm pretty.
Accidentally stepped on
You
a trap.
found the traps.
Determined to
I'm
move
like-
off the trap.
Sure.
I am the
How is it any of that foolish?
What would you guys like to do?
I have a sling and I have a bow. How about I just shoot the urn?
Let's go
Okay,
to the
I'm
doorway.
gonna step back about 15 feet.
Okay.
Shoot there and see what happens.
Okay.
Poor
I'm gonna pull my
soul.
shield out. Wait, no, it's already out.
I'm gonna try and shoot. I'm gonna try and shoot it with my sling.
From right next to it.
Oh no.
Point blank.
See, you keep making
Oh.
us make these guys right next to it.
I'm making sure.
15 feet back.
Okay, so you go 15 feet back.
Now roll a ballistic skill. Fumble,
Okay.
hit yourself
So
in
that
the head,
put
and
that
fall
put
into the
Anders
room.
in the front.
Can you maybe adjust the map a bit?
George, zoom out the map slightly.
As you wish.
Okay, so you guys are good there.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be specific where everybody is when you're going to shoot this urn.
Face.
I'm gonna be up against the wall.
With the southern wall?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that I'm closer to the arrow hole.
That's
Yeah.
the one strap.
This
Bomb.
barrel or something, I'm going to go behind that. Take
Okay.
it.
Urn.
It's an urn
Okay.
on the
It's
ground.
a 3-foot urn.
Which urns did you guys
Okay.
use?
So it goes up to your waist, at best.
Did you use the yellow urn or the red urn?
You broke
Okay, so you're going to stand about 15 feet away and
Yes.
then sling a rock and break the urn. Okay. Give me an attack roll.
Attack roll or ballistics?
That's what you would use to make the attack roll.
76
Okay,
Total?
no problem.
total.
Okay, no problem. You hit the urn. It's not a moving object. If you rolled really bad, that would have been different, but passable roll is okay. You're only.
like 5 tries.
Or he misses it and hits one of us. Sorry, man. You're like, oh.
Sets up one to try.
I fumble the sling. Hit the nearest.
See, the trap
Hit
is
the
really
nearest
just
foe.
really up.
Yeah, he kills you from the trap. Anyway, you sling a rock, you hit the urn, shatters without any difficulty. The urn scatters around, ash and bits of bone fall out. Maybe half the weight is gone at this point. Other than covering everything in ash of unknown origin, doesn't seem to be any change in the room.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk up to the trap, like hang below, kind of avoiding getting shot.
You're going to hang
So-
below, avoiding getting shot.
It's a stairwell, so I'm.
It's
just
a 5
effectively-
foot stair that leads up to a platform.
I'm effectively just gonna lay against the stair and kind of wipe off the pad, trying to get everything off.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay. Just see if it does anything. Okay. You spend a couple of minutes cautiously moving the bits of crockery and dust and everything as best you can. You get most of it, not all of it. Doesn't seem to do anything.
I'm walking the room.
Okay.
Just
Bless
bang.
you. Dust everywhere.
Yep.
No headshots,
Who
obviously.
has
Nope.
You're right on it.
Not yet.
Okay. You step into the room near the ring of burning candles. They all appear to be similar to the candle design that you found earlier in the crates. There's no sign of melted wax, just a burning flame. The sarcophagus in front of you, about 10, 15 feet away or so, is ornate. Obviously somebody of rank with a wolf motif to the design. All of the pillars are heavily decorated with wolf motifs, several wolf heads carved into them, all staring inwards towards the sarcophagus. And then there's a thick layer of that mud or caked up around the sides of the room.
I'm gonna call out to the soldier who is the least bit corrupted and the most tanky of the group. To, hey, can you come check out the sarcophagus? The room is not trapped.
It's Darth Vader.
Yes.
I was gonna say, it's been very loud. I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, he's still sitting behind the urn eating his straw rations. You gonna go up there or?
For fun.
Next to him,
Okay. So he moves up there.
shield out,
Sure.
and
I was making sure it
who
wasn't only
even has light in here?
There is light coming from all the burning candles, and the priest has a flickering, burning green hammer.
Also have a lantern out.
I thought you just had the hammer.
Nope, he has
No, I had the lantern out because the hammer has just got a little light
Okay.
glow.
Please step.
That was one of the reasons why I took off. Was because I had the light
Okay.
and didn't want them to see us.
Please go examine the sarcophagus.
Whoa! Don't touch anything. I'm gonna walk up there now.
Then I'm
That's my
gonna
character.
step
Okay.
back for the police.
He does have a point. You're the tankiest of us, and you're not a range guy. You should probably stay close. I'm gonna examine the sarcophagus.
Okay. Move up to the sarcophagus.
Yeah,
Okay.
and boom. I have theology. I have theology lore.
Okay.
I also have etiquette of cultists, if that would be beneficial in this moment.
Not exactly sure what cultist etiquette would be, but go ahead and give.
It's in the.
Okay.
It's one of the required talents.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a. Cultist is the Warhammer generic term for priests or worshippers. It doesn't. I mean, nowadays, cultist assumes an evil organization. In Warhammer, it's just any religious organization. So it basically is your ability to understand the proper rituals and things like that.
Fantastic.
What's acceptable. So go ahead and give me a lore check.
45.
45, okay. Definitely seems to be wolf themed. You suspect Ulrich.
Yeah, I know the spiel.
The main thing of note is the sarcophagus does not seem to be sealed. Typically, from a ritual etiquette standpoint,
It would be sealed.
it would be sealed to keep the dead in. There doesn't seem to be any sign of the seal around the lid.
It's beckoning for you. This is your sarcophagus.
Exactly. It really
Right.
wants you to go in.
There, yeah.
You did get sent on this holy quest.
It's my sarcophagus.
Yeah.
That's awful. Welcome home.
You
Arms
see,
reach out.
this
Hold
is
me.
what happens when you pray the Ulrich too much. They give you a sarcophagus.
Dude, I'm gonna bring a hammer next time. And I'm gonna hit
Sarcophaguses are expensive.
you. How is this a stone lid? Like
Yes.
heavy stone lid?
Yep, the whole thing's made out of
Move
stone.
it myself, probably not.
Possibly. I mean, you might need some sort of leverage.
Should we not
I don't
wait?
have a crowbar.
Okay.
Uh,
I mean, or a couple people.
Hey guys, let's I think somebody's already rated this. Let's open this up, see what's in here. And I'm gonna start shoving on it.
I'm going to get ready to point blank it.
You're supposed to be helping me shove.
You're going to get ready to point
Okay.
blank it. I'm not exactly. Okay, so you pull your bow out and get ready to shoot it from where you're at.
No, I'm gonna move up to the most northern point of the sarcophagus.
Okay. He moves over there with his bow to assist and,
Just
point, and,
glare at
and
me.
points an arrow at him.
I was wanting to help him because I don't think we should just shove this off and possibly damage it. It's someone's
Well, I'm
way.
not trying to drop it on the floor. I just want to open it, like
Just
twist
move
it
it.
enough to open
Okay,
it
so
up.
you're going to put your shield away and then assist?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me your total strength stat, adding the two of you together.
Mine's a 38.
35.
Okay. You
73.
guys push on it. Doesn't seem to be budging. You're going to need more strength or some leverage.
Final hope.
Okay.
Which is 30, 108,
108. Okay.
or
Between
103.
103. Between the three of you, you grunt and push, and ever so slowly the lid starts to slide very loudly over the way. You get it out. You get it open about a foot or so. Looking in, the sarcophagus is completely empty.
Let's close it.
I'm going to step out of the room.
Okay. Minus quickly retreats out of the room.
He goes
I don't
over.
want
You
any
look
ink
tired.
on me.
How about you take a nap?
I padded it just for you.
The two of you, you're trying to figure out why the sarcophagus would be empty. The wolf heads on the pillar are sort of glaring at you in the green light.
Yeah, I'm
No.
There's green light.
You have the hammer.
Oh, is it that bright now?
Oh man.
I'm gonna back up from
Okay.
him.
Moment to realization.
Hammer
Okay.
explodes.
Like,
Shackle
more
goes.
than
Anders
likely-
backs up, freaked out by the empty sarcophagus. He only leaves bodies.
No, like
I can't see the green light, can I?
You can, and it's playing fun tricks with visuals with the wolf heads.
I'm gonna
Almost.
walk over and examine the northeastern head.
Okay. Okay. Like I said, it's a pillar that goes from ground to floor, or ground to
Yeah,
roof,
it's got like a relief on it.
all around it.
Always.
Predominantly facing the sarcophagus. And it looks like various wolf heads in different poses. Snarling, growling, baring their teeth, etc., towards the central
But
area.
there's like a larger wolf head that's facing it.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in the flickering light and everything, it's almost like they're watching you, is the sense that you get.
same thing with me, or no?
Yeah. Same thing with Minus, too, although he retreated out of the room into the dark.
I'm gonna
I'm fine with the dark.
Desecration.
go over to the sarcophagus again, sarcophagi, and examine the lid in more detail.
Okay? It's shifted maybe 30 degrees at this point. There's
Right.
a foot or so large opening at one end and at the other end. Sarcophagus itself is empty, free of dust.
Nothing in it that I can see.
Nope.
I'm gonna dip the lantern down in it and look down and make sure.
Looks like it's fairly roomy. You could probably fit 2, maybe 3 bodies in it.
One really large
Or
body.
one rather large body. No signs of any activity. So,
There's 3 of you in here. How-
meanwhile, over at the prison cell, you have finished searching the cells, at least from the exterior, as best you can. Giselle has taken careful notes. The two of you are anxiously waiting for anything to pop in. Hasn't been any sign of any activity, no further noises.
Did I find anything?
No.
Did we hear the loud
No.
crash?
No. There wasn't a crash. Well, you heard the crash
Right.
earlier. That's what put you on
No, I'm
alert.
talking about the urn.
No, you didn't hear any of that.
Right, because I think they closed the door before the stairs.
There was no. They didn't close that
They
door.
didn't close that door.
But it's too far away. The urn, I mean, it cracked, but it didn't echo that far. And the sound of the sarcophagus opening wouldn't have been that loud either.
So his light shows a little bit into the hallway, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to peek around the hallway.
Okay.
So much revealed.
You step into the light,
And Milton is dead.
and you see lots of shadows and lots of darkness.
So much revealed there.
That's right.
I told my dad. I just think
I snap my fingers.
the pony.
Even the head. Let's
I'll,
come on out.
I'll walk
Would
into
you
the
like?
hallway
Okay.
and face sink arrows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna stay in the dark. I'll come out.
The pony just fell down the hole.
So do we want to find the other group or do we want to continue investigating?
Well, we knew they went to the next room
Okay.
because we were at that corner when they went in there. I'm gonna go up to that door. Do I see
that
any to the door where they went in? Do I see any other footprints other than my friend's footprints in the dust?
There are lots of footprints here, just having disturbed the dust because you guys have come and gone through this hallway a few times.
Any large ridiculous footprints?
No large, ridiculous footprints.
Okay.
There's several large, serious footprints. No. Nothing ridiculous. No, there's no sign of anybody subject to your survival or outdoor skills. What are your survival or outdoor skills?
My outdoor is 29.
29? Yeah. Looks like only you guys have been here.
See ya.
Mine's a 3.
Guys, that's fine. So, You managed to search that room. Do we want to go find the rest of them?
Either that or we can investigate the hole and go down the hole.
Without everybody else?
That's what we do. We enter a dungeon, we split. Split the group.
Dip, you're currently in darkness as the group is moving
I
on.
said I wasn't.
Yeah,
staying in the
he-
dark.
Okay,
I
you're going
just
with him?
I
Okay.
didn't move him.
He's like, I'm not in the dark.
No!
No, we left you.
I refuse.
You see a ghostly horse. His name is Tony.
Oh no.
Nothing.
Nothing.
The ghost of Tony has come to get Carter.
No.
You can say that.
So you're gonna go find the other group, or
Yeah. I'm
you
sticking
guys
with
gonna,
you in the
or
light.
you're gonna go
let's
somewhere?
Let's go look for the other group.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll cautiously go into the room though. Cause,
Okay. So
and look down
I'll
the
put
hall.
everybody together and then move you up to where we're going.
We don't see anybody in the hallway or
No.
anything as we look
You head
down.
up here. You see several things. You see Frederick and Anders standing a bit nervous over a open sarcophagus,
Okay.
dipping the lantern inside, looking around, checking out the carvings and so forth. By your feet is a urn smashed to pieces, dust and debris everywhere. While Minus is standing at the bottom of the stairs, aiming an arrow towards the other two and the sarcophagus, ready for anything that might come out of it.
Don't go in there, man.
I'm keeping an eye.
There's also broken bits of urn and ash on the stairs.
How many other urns
You did that.
are unbroken?
There is one more to the north, and then one that's spilled and broken open to the south.
So the unbroken one, does it have any writing on it?
It has markings.
Okay. I know language classical.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's prevalent.
Sure.
And it's
Appears
not in Latin.
it is
Well,
not.
it's ancient writing.
I know.
Yeah,
There's
it's not.
also
It's not.
boxes
It
over here.
looks like it's written in Ulfin.
Ulfin.
There are no boxes.
Okay.
Those are
I
urns.
didn't know what that is, but okay.
You're the one that knows ancient languages.
Over here.
I'm specifically watching where we came in.
Basically, it'd be the language of the Northmen.
Okay.
Oh man. He just looked at you like you son of a bitch.
I'm watching back towards the scaffolding.
Okay.
Keeping an eye in that direction.
Okay. In case anything
They seem
comes
to
up
have
behind you.
that whole room taken care of.
I'm
And
sorry.
Okay.
for some reason, he wants to-
Giselle goes over, starts writing down all the writing, copying it down since you seem to have some interest in it.
the clay that seems to be everywhere. We
Uh-huh.
talked about it possibly being a flooded area, stuff like that, but does it look like it was placed here? Or does it look like it was a flood? Like, was it brought in?
It looks like it's settled here. It does not look like it was placed in piles or anything like that.
Gotcha.
Could we see the bottom of the sarcophagus lid?
Can you see the bottom of the sarcophagus lid? Not without getting closer to the sarcophagus.
Can we open the sarcophagus the whole way and see if there's anything inscribed on the bottom of it? Like under the lid?
Or somebody can climb in.
That too. You can do that. see how cozy it is. We can even put the lid back on for you.
I'm already uncomfortable with desecrating this place any further,
We can't desecrate it if it's already desecrated.
It's empty, yeah.
Yeah.
which is why I was willing to open it as far as I have. But
Tell you what,
Hey, broke
I
urns.
will.
Your hammer seemed.
Broke urns up.
he did that, not me.
Hey,
Yeah. So I will
hey,
just. I will go
if
up.
you go in there, if your hammer might stay that way.
You see,
It might stay cool.
breaking urns
There already is.
of ashes of people ashes is fine, but opening empty sarcophagus is where we draw the line.
That's right.
So I'm gonna.
Got limits.
I'm gonna go up and.
He didn't do it.
I didn't do it. First off,
You're gonna go up there, you said.
I'm gonna
those
go
are
up and
likely
climb
just
into
like
the sarcophagus
slave cast.
Okay. You're just gonna go.
and see if
Okay.
there's anything on the bottom of the lid. We don't have to
Okay.
move the lid. I can
Milton climbs up, starts squeezing himself into the sarcophagus through the what little room there
just
is.
say, hand me your lantern.
You're not wearing any heavy armor, are you?
No.
Okay, just regular like leather or whatever.
It's not leather. It is.
Full plate.
I am a.
With full plate duelist.
I was 13, so it was the
Chainmail.
It was
A chain shirt.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
not a problem. So yeah, you squeeze yourself in. It looks,
Is it smooth
It's-
in there?
yeah, the inside is smooth as far as you can tell.
Give me your lantern.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
No.
My
Um,
hammer really like going at it, glowing wise.
like I said, it's sort of pulsing.
Okay.
Okay, it's not like a bonfire or anything like that.
Maybe it's like a sonar. You have to like hold it around the room.
Yeah.
And it will pulse faster.
You put the
certain
lantern
areas.
inside, other than making the sarcophagus uncomfortably warm because of the heat. The only thing you notice is a series of scratches on the inside of the lid. Maybe 2 sets of 5 or 6.
They look more like claw than fingernail.
Sure, they're maybe 5 or 6 inches long, scratched in the stone lid of the sarcophagus.
Stonewood, yeah. All right. Well, I will.
Probably get out of there.
I'm gonna climb back out and say, hey, something that whatever was in there had some nasty claws, and if it's not in here, where is it?
Is that what's in the other room?
What?
There wasn't anything in the other room. We were just in the other room. There's nothing there.
None of us broke the circle. We don't know what's inside the circle.
Oh no! That room. I don't know. I was talking about like in the room we were just in.
Yeah,
Well-
there's nothing prisoned.
But we saw.
I know it's.
Oh, wait,
I know it's going to be impossible at this point.
Mhm.
Are there any tracks around this in the dirt and dust?
And the dust and dirt.
Like clawed tracks, like obviously not human footprints from boots.
What's your survival?
That's another 29.
I don't have. Oh, outdoor survival, 28.
28.
Oh.
Looking around, the only signs of disturbance here would be your activity.
Okay. Hey,
If perhaps
are
you
you a
had,
pretty good tracker,
yeah, if only you had a trained hunter.
and you drink out of bottles the weirdest way.
That's my job.
Are there any tracks?
That's his job. To drink bottles weird.
That's a job.
Are there any tracks here that aren't from us? I can't see any. Do you see any?
Yeah, I'll look
I-
at tracks.
What's your outdoor survival?
I would like
39.
to study the room.
39.
No, I also.
Okay.
I was
You confirm the same thing. There doesn't seem to have been anybody else here recently.
Yourself?
No, I do.
Sorry.
There doesn't seem to be anybody. There doesn't seem to have been anybody else here recently that would have disturbed the dust.
We should go
Okay,
check
well,
out
I'd
the tree
like
line.
to investigate the room thoroughly and stuff like that.
Okay.
Looking
Start
for
checking
notes.
around the room.
Yep.
Okay. So the two of you head in there, start taking notes.
You want that, maybe?
Setting
Or
up
maybe
all
it
the
just
traps.
moved a long time ago.
Yep. Set off all the traps.
I mean, we
We just
know
wait
this
for
place is
everybody
hundreds
to
of years
move in.
old.
That's
so.
all.
Yeah. You guys move in, I'm like stepping beside, I'm oblivious, and like axes are falling from the roof and stuff like
That would
that.
be awesome. We're all like, oh, oh.
I'm gonna investigate the scratches.
Nobody say anything.
on the- Can I take the lantern?
I get back to him when I got
I
out.
got it. What do you need?
I'm
He wants to
investigating the
investigate.
scratches.
He's gonna try to identify him.
You're gonna have to get into the sarcophagus
Fine with that.
or open it larger.
I'll get in.
Do you have any heavy armor? Any rigid
no.
armor?
No, I think I'm his.
Chainmail?
I'm 13.
You think you are, or you are wearing chainmail?
I'm wearing a mix of
He's
different
wearing
armor.
a coif and
Yeah, I don't think he ever
Coif,
did the
yeah.
convert.
Okay. So what armor are what pieces of
Chain.
armor do you have?
Chain coif.
That's just
Oh.
a helmet.
That's just the helmet.
Yeah.
what's
If that's all you're wearing, you're fine.
13 is I writ it down.
Okay. So chain shirt.
Read
That's
it
fine.
down.
I got
You
my
writ it
hat.
down. So
I
minus
got my chain hat. That's
minus-
all I need for war.
minus puts his bow away. Now you're gonna have to leave that behind if you're gonna climb in. It
Um,
won't fit without making the hole bigger.
Sure. I'll throw
Okay.
my dagger though.
You're gonna climb in it and draw your dagger. There's
No.
nothing in there to fight. It's not that big of a sarcophagus.
Okay, group.
So
Gather gear.
okay.
I'll just climb this.
Okay, so you put your bow down, you climb into the sarcophagus.
Yeah.
Looking at the scratches, what is your what skill are you trying to use? What do you think might help you there?
Evaluate?
It doesn't seem to have any significance in terms of value.
It doesn't add any value to the
It
item.
decreases value.
I don't know all the skills, so that's why I'm asking what.
relevant ones might be
Investigate, outdoor survival,
Perception,
Yeah.
really. I mean,
perception,
Perception.
intuition, maybe.
Yeah.
Intuition.
Outdoor survival.
Okay. What's your intuition?
36.
36. Okay. From the looks of it, it would be the claws or the scratches look to be deep scratches. It doesn't look like it was scratched in a single stroke. You see indications that it was many strokes causing the scratches. They are roughly chest location with you laying in the sarcophagus. Okay, so you climb in, you lay down where as you would as a body, and looking up, they're roughly about here on the stone.
You leaving me, Carter?
so none right on the edges.
No.
Okay.
So conclude from that whatever you wish. George, you're checking around the room. You and Giselle. Giselle, you're walking through looking for different things. Giselle's taking notes. She pauses, or she asks you to pause for a moment and says, sir, did you notice this? You see one of the wolf heads is cocked at 90 degrees
Okay.
on the side of the pillar.
Does it?
Looks like there's some sort of mechanism or something that it is able to rotate.
Okay. I'm gonna yell towards the group. I found something that can rotate. Should I rotate it?
Hold on. So, are all the,
While he's still in
so
the
are it looks significantly different than the other three.
The pillar itself looks the same as everything
Right,
else.
the wolf
It's
head.
one of the wolf heads along the back of the pillar.
Yeah.
The pillar is carved normally like the head would be normally faced, but the head is disjointed and turned 90 degrees. So the ears are pointing straight up and down,
Oh, gotcha.
and there's visibly a seam line around it where it doesn't match up as a result of its positioning.
I'm gonna look at the other pillars. So hold on. I'm gonna look at the other pillars and see if the other pillars have the same type of mechanism. They might not be turned, but no. Oh, yeah. Well, let's see.
What's your perception?
35.
35? Doesn't seem to be anything
Okay.
anything
The
special
rest
about
of
the
them
other
are
ones.
all just normal. Though.
Yeah,
They're
and they
not-
look.
not-
There's
not
nothing
turned.
unusual about the other pillars.
Yeah, they're
beyond
not
that.
turned though.
Right.
Okay. I'm gonna step back away from the to one of the pillars. Which one over here is fine.
You gonna step over to the pillar? Okay.
Yeah, just towards the wall instead of being in the center of the room.
Okay.
And yeah, go ahead, man.
Okay. I'll be on the wall too, and then
I'm gonna step on the south side of the wall.
Okay.
Hey,
Too late.
Frederick quickly runs to the side.
I'm gonna go right here behind the pillar.
Who's out in the hallway?
Dip.
You're the smart one.
Okay.
Is it dip?
You turn the head. Takes both hands to twist it. It's a little bit difficult to turn. You hear a clicking sound as you rotate it, and when it lines up with the rest of the construction and everything, there's a audible snap on the other side. And at that point, if you didn't know that it was there, it would take quite a bit of skill to see the different seam. It looks like it was carved fairly carefully.
Okay.
Okay.
We notice any change in the room?
Nope.
I'm gonna go to the pillar just across from him. I'm not even gonna try to.
You're
see
at the
it.
pillar directly across from him, unless you're
Okay.
going to the southern one.
I was gonna go to the back side where the.
Yeah,
wolf
he's
head
over
is.
here with Giselle taking notes.
Okay. And he told us that the wolf's head was turned.
Sure.
I'm gonna attempt to just turn the one on my
You're
pillar.
still in there.
Does anyone have chalk?
You're going to try to turn what?
The wolf's head on my pillar.
You're just going to try to turn
yeah,
each
I'm
one
not
of
gonna
them?
look for a seam. I'm,
Okay,
you-
just
you-
try to
you
turn
said
different
it's-
ones. Yeah, they seem all solid.
You can write with the ash. So you need a chalk.
And nothing. I'm gonna go up and look inside. Oh, he's still inside the.
He is still inside.
Did it slam shut?
No.
Are you still in there?
You see the lantern still glowing inside it.
Are you still in there?
is.
He nods silently.
I'm gonna go up and attempt to push the actual.
I was waiting for you to say.
Yeah,
For you to
admittedly,
say-
it would have been one of those things. Well,
Yeah.
Jim, am I in
Yeah,
there?
you're still there.
I'm gonna go up and nod to the priest and say, "Let's see if we can move the whole sarcophagus."
Okay, it's
the
going
whole-
to take an entire group,
Well,
man, because this thing's
yeah.
going to weigh thousands of pounds.
So understand, it'd be better if you get out.
Agreed. Climb out of the hole and retrieve my bow.
Okay.
Wait,
Wouldn't this
What
actually be
should we?
desecrating now?
Let's activate the thing again. See what happens.
Turn it back.
Well, I mean, we can, I guess, if you want. That's fine. So, go
It's his
ahead.
job.
Go ahead and see if you can turn
You're
the.
just hanging out there in the dark dip.
Are you just staying out in the hallway in the dark?
No.
No, he's got his orcs to keep him company.
I'm just following
You never-
along. I'm not saying anything.
This
I'm
is
following
Jim
along as
standing
back as
wall.
I can.
So you're gonna go up there.
Two orcs just come out of the shadows
Just at the
behind him,
edge
and
of
they're
the
just
light.
standing over him,
Okay.
looking down at him. He's like,
You step here. As you do, the stairs shift, and a series of scythes swing out across the room.
The room
just kill us
itself.
all.
He just reset the.
Oh.
Oh, son
In the
of a
room?
bitch.
Should have stayed in the coffin.
At the stairs or in the room?
No, in the room, he just said.
Oh.
In the hall, in the outer room.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
God.
Thank goodness.
Just you.
It's gonna be Dip that
Okay.
dies. Fantastic.
I don't have much experience anyways, so it's not.
You should dive forward, man.
But
I don't have a dive
If you
forward.
can try to
we should
dive.
remember this though. If we actually find those monsters,
We'll send
Yes.
things in.
Hey,
I already thought that. I was
I
like, need to
actually
reset
just
this
helped
shit
you
real
guys.
quick.
I just activated the traps for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does the head turn
Okay.
back?
What's
we
your
need a new
what's your
sailor.
defense?
My defense?
We need a new sailor.
And what's your armor class?
We need a new
My,
sailor.
my armor class is
We have a
6.
boat. Nobody knows how to sail.
Armor type 6.
Defense was supposed to be on that. It's supposed to be
Defense. Toughness is
Why did
Two.
you
Excuse
think that was gonna reset
agility
the trap?
is 4, so 7. Then I have dodge training, which would be 11.
The total of 11.
It's a plus 8 overall, is what I have written there.
But we gave you that armor, so it's plus
Yeah.
11.
So plus
So
11.
total of 11. Okay.
I think it was. I thought it was going to make a flood trap there.
Not with the 10.
Yeah, it would have been so bad.
You guys are welcome.
Okay. You are sliced for a 19C.
Ow.
Is that bad?
Yes.
And you won't see it on your sheets.
I know, I'm just like, I have not been damaged yet, so.
The scythes swing across, opening a wide cut in you for 2 extra hits,
Okay.
and you are bleeding 2.
Okay.
Okay, so that 19 becomes a 21,
Okay.
and every round you're going to lose 2 additional points.
How do I stop doing that?
First aid, medicine, some
Cauterize.
healing, cauterize. Cauterize would work.
I have the healing skill
Or
as well.
wait 2 minutes, and it'll eventually stop on its own.
But
I'm-
you're gonna lose
Or,
2
or
every
if you
round.
die, it'll stop at that point.
I'm bleeding. I
Right.
need some help.
So he dives in. Fortunately, he was on the stairs at the time, with a nasty cut on him. Elsewhere in the walls, you hear the sounds of sort of like a pendulum. Every time the axes swing, you hear a ka-chunk, 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 and then they slowly come to a stop. And then after a moment or two, there's some sort of a rushing sound from in the walls, and the axes slowly swing back up to the side and disappear in grooves on the wall.
Wow.
What did you
Water
guys
power.
do?
That would be
Before we do
flooding
anything, I need to get
sensors.
this healing. I need.
I was
to
That's
thinking
why I said water.
Which one do you want? Do you want
Go
healing or you want
to
I
the
fire?
top.
don't,
I'm
I
gonna try
don't
to
care.
turn it
Whatever,
back.
which one.
It's back to the original position.
Oh, okay. It's
I
already
really-
reset.
No, it is. Are you guys gonna heal him or are you gonna burn him? He said he doesn't care. He needs to stop.
Decide.
bleeding.
I'll heal him. I'll heal him first. No sense.
Graceful stabbing.
Okay, so Frederick runs over to try to heal him. Did you roll really bad?
An
Yeah.
off one.
Okay, roll again.
Oh.
99.
85.
Okay, add your bonus. You need a positive number.
I did not get a positive number.
Okay, so the priest comes up and says, "I'll heal you," and rips the wound up larger, out to a
And
4.
get the dirt out.
So you've taken 4 points from bleeding at this point.
You might want to help.
You're checking out the wolf head at this point because you assumed the priest was going to be able
Yeah.
to stop it.
Yeah.
You can still first aid him again.
Yeah,
Well,
I'll try.
maybe.
Yeah, I'll
you might make
try.
it worse.
What's your first aid?
Much gooder. 119.
119. Okay. So on the second attempt, he says, really, what you have to do is cleanse the wound first, let it flow freely, and then seal it in. You got to wash the dirt out. So
It seems
you
pretty
take
common sense to
you
me.
take another 4 points, and then the bleeding has stopped at this point.
While they're doing that,
Yes.
it's just blood. I'm going to search the
So I'll come over and
coffin,
hand you a
like the
healing
base,
drop.
and see if there are any pressure
I'll come over and hand you a healing drop. Keep that one out.
buttons or possibly
Okay.
bricks that shift
Okay.
to activate.
No, the bottom of the sarcophagus, it looks like a free-floating piece of stonework rather than carved out of the ground itself. The ground is nothing but these flagstones or bricks, and they continue underneath the sarcophagus. There's nothing that you find that's unusual about the base other than it's particularly thick and heavy. I mean, it's made out of stone. According to the priest, it's going to be several thousand pounds. That might be a generous, or it might be an optimistic view.
Yeah, that's like the way of control.
Okay, real quick on defensive.
Uh-huh.
Defensive bonus is toughness plus agility plus dodge training, according to your sheet that you gave
Yes.
us. Is that dodge training the skill ranks? Or
Just the skill that you have in dodge, not your dodge plus your stat again.
Okay, I got you. All right.
Because the agility is already
Because
added.
I was
into
like,
it.
that is way too high.
It
There's no
is.
way that's accurate.
So
Okay,
stop
now-
tricking the traps.
Now, the other thing to pay attention to, Carter, those hit point damage also put you at penalties for everything,
Yeah,
including your defense.
I marked it off because the paper says like 50%.
Yeah.
It means I get a -20 on all my attacks.
Right. So just be aware of that. You're heavily wounded at this point.
What did you
I'm
guys?
gonna-
Was it that wolf head you guys turned? Is the wolf head like cocked back 90
Yes.
degrees?
Yes.
Hey guys, look! I think the wolf head resets the traps.
I'm gonna study the bottom of the inside of the coffin.
You're gonna
for
climb back in?
like a false bottom. Presumably, I'd be able to
Okay.
filter like a false bottom.
Whoever was
wanna-
trapped
Sure.
there
I want
probably
to check the
thought the
winds
same
of
thing.
magic site.
Winds of magic or calm.
Okay.
Don't turn that head again. That hurt.
Doesn't seem to be any secret passages, panels, or hidden alcoves inside the sarcophagus
How
or
hurt
around
are
it.
Alright, now I'm just gonna
29 hurt
Negative.
Study the walls.
out
Okay.
of my 50.
Okay, so yeah,
Okay.
you're like really hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave him a healing drop, but I'm trying to remember.
It's your toughness bonus.
Just
Hit
the
points.
Well, tough-
Presumably, toughness
So
25.
10.
Yeah, it'll be 10. It-
Oh. It's 24, but I use only the first number, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is
Yeah.
anybody in
So it's
here
8 plus your.
pretty strong?
No, it's two
Oh,
two
times-
Warhammer points equals
times
10
5, yeah.
Rollmaster points.
No, you two would be the strongest people in the group.
Okay.
So, each of you, everybody other than Thad, because he's already rolled, give me a religion lore, if you have it.
Could I do a magic lore instead?
No,
Okay.
Just no.
Could I do language classical instead?
no. There's no language here.
Battle.
No,
Language battle.
Okay.
The answer is no.
Yeah, religion.
I'm trying.
Does
Fellowship?
pure soul count?
Pure
No.
intelligence.
It would be pure intelligence if you don't have any training.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give it a try.
Ooh, 100 and I-
39.
90.
90? That's probably not bad.
130.
119.
119? Okay.
130.
Don't forget Giselle.
What's the
Oh.
You don't have
She gets rolled for all these things too. Gives you a second chance.
120.
She gets to roll against her 20 intelligence.
She has a 44 intelligence. She's smart.
Okay.
It's not the bonus.
Are
When
crossbows
it says
considered
toughness and bonus,
straight space range
it is
attacks or not?
toughness.
No. Well, they are strength-based range attacks, but they include their own strength.
112
So
for
I'm
Giselle.
33 to
Okay.
my sailing. I have 3 to my sailing. Just the first number.
You don't use your strength.
Right.
It's built into the table for the crossbow.
When it says toughness bonus.
Okay.
Okay, so
Well, I'm just-
same thing.
yeah,
The
I'm just
equivalent
going
of a
through and make sure all
firearm.
my bonuses are
Yeah.
squared away.
Okay. So several of you are fairly convinced that this appears to be a Ulrich shrine from the decorations and so forth. The cleric claims to confirm it, and so forth.
So condescending. You're so condescending. All
I know
the
you.
time.
I know you failed it, but I also know you'd probably say, "Yeah, it is Ulrich."
You don't know you fail things. It's just, unless it's a physical thing.
Yeah.
You know you're an idiot.
Beyond that, there doesn't seem to be anything else of note here.
Is there a person-shaped silhouette on the top of the sarcophagus?
Yes.
Is it as the picture just?
No. It's of a wolf-themed armored fellow. From the decorations and the level of quality in the sarcophagus, you would assume that it's a high-ranking member
Okay.
of whatever clan or group put this here.
A ritual to turn.
Seems to be more of a soldier rather than any sort of religious person.
Hey, you have the visions. Have you seen this person in a vision?
I haven't commuted in a while, so I was actually contemplating doing that a little while ago.
Well, I was meaning previous visions you had, whether or not you've seen them before.
Maybe they were going through a ritual to shift him into.
Maybe it's the other person that.
Yeah, I mean, you get a vague sense that,
Familiarity. Type
yeah, there's a
thing.
familiarity, but not it's not detailed enough that you could say it's
Right.
that guy.
Yeah,
It's Robert.
It's Bob. I mean, you think his name was Franz, but only because everybody's name is Franz.
Maybe it was some sort of ritual that they were trying
Okay,
to
so what do I add that?
that shifts
What is that?
these great warriors once they've been felled into a wolf to continue on
Which is my total.
with their
So did you?
service. To
Maybe. Well, I don't think we're going to get an answer until we go look at the other.
Is there a nameplate
No.
on it? No.
And there's nothing of note on the walls, like a fresco of a battle or anything
No,
like that.
no. It looks like there's spaces where there would be,
Right.
but there are no frescoes or decorations.
Maybe it's because it's not dead yet.
And correction, there is a plate at the bottom, labeled in an old language. You suspect Ulfin.
Okay.
You recognize it as Ulfin. Are you able to read classical languages?
Yeah, I can
Okay,
read classical.
give me a roll to be able to decipher it.
There you go. I got a 63 in it. I
Okay.
spent all my points to that level.
I'm not
And then I roll bad. Yeah, I'll use a fortune. Why not?
Okay. You got him.
I have them, might as well use them. I
Yeah.
never use them, so. Oh, and then I get lower.
Can keep burning them.
Yeah, I'll have 3 more. It's fine.
Again, you'd never use them.
I
You
never
might as
use
well.
them, so. And that's a no. That's a 66. So that's a
Fumble.
That's a 129,
Okay.
but a double also.
You spent a few minutes trying to decipher it. You come up with the name Wolfgar Eriksson.
Okay.
If anybody has any history knowledge, I guess you can roll against that, but I don't know if
Maybe
anybody
it's
has
your
anything like that.
twin
Wait,
that we
which class
found
roll?
in the
No.
forest that acts like the units.
What's that with that?
You have battle lore, right?
Right, land battle, yes, but I'm not sure which characteristic I used. for
Intelligence.
that. Intelligence? So
I'm
I
gonna roll for
have-
that.
Could I use local
Okay.
for?
No. Yeah, not a local name.
If it matters, also, I also have language battle, which is like the language
Yeah,
of
yeah,
warriors.
yeah.
Right.
What's the difference between
It's probably gonna fail like 40 something. I
Okay,
think.
so no, yeah.
Yeah,
You don't recognize the name.
name.
I mean, from the design. You lose your dice. Okay. From the design, it looks like some sort of a warrior from a Ulrich tribe,
Yeah, hold on.
but you don't recognize the name as such.
I also have
Wolfgar
Reik.
Harrison.
Erickson.
I'm
Erickson.
done in here. I walk out. I start walking back down the hallway.
You sure,
Okay.
you sure it isn't Harrison and Ford?
Shut up.
You walk out. There's another set of sights.
I have a plus 9.
That'd be fun.
They would. I'm done with this. Let's go die.
Oh, I forgot to reset it.
Was it Harrison or
Eric, son.
Eric.
It's like the old one where they
Okay.
I put Harrison.
Okay. So Frederick is ready to move on. The rest of you gonna check something else here or move on?
I would like to close the coffin, assuming nobody's in it. Are you
No,
in
nope. Nobody's currently in it. You're gonna look at
See if the roof's holy.
I'll move on.
There are cracks here and there, but no, it doesn't seem to be anything unusual about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to
Okay.
close the coffin. So
What's your total strength bonus? Or total strength?
35.
Okay. You're not able to budget by yourself.
Well, I'm gonna study the bones in the ashes.
Okay.
See if there's like any visible sign of a mutation of some
So
sort.
did we want to go down that other hole that had the green light?
What's your medicine skill?
Nada.
I'm trying to remember what hole.
Okay. First aid skill or you have any skills like that? Otherwise, just give me your intelligence.
There's green light at the bottom.
No.
Okay. They appear to be normal. I mean, they're charred and brittle,
What about down here?
but other than that, they appear to be
Worry about that later.
human. That's about it. There's not much of them left, so there's not really enough to make that any determination. So,
Can someone maybe help me close the coffin?
I
You're
got
not going to be able to close the coffin.
My strength's 40.
without him.
40 for you. Okay.
Yeah.
You need over 100
Yeah.
combined would be my guess.
I'm a monster.
Okay. So,
If the three of us go, we can close
Does
it.
Giselle get chopped up when she walks out there? I'm just kidding.
no, Frederick did though. Okay.
Frederick Kebab.
Is somebody else interested in helping to close the coffin, or leave it as is?
I'll help.
Okay. So between the three of you, you push it back. You're pretty certain it's the way it was when you found it.
Now I'm
Okay.
thinking on Fred.
Oh, there it is.
I just realized. What if this is a time thing? We're going through this and
This
we
is
already
not Zelda.
investigated
no,
this.
No.
And we closed the coffin. But when we came in though, the coffin looked like it had been opened before and it was closed back up.
No.
So when we heard when the system reset, you said we heard rushing in the walls. Was it water rushing or was it like mechanical movement that we heard?
Not really sure.
Okay. All right.
No. I'm not playing your game.
And there were some urns already broken.
I hit him with my hammer.
I'm
he
not
stops
stepping on the
speaking.
stairs as I go.
Okay.
I'm jumping. I'm clearing the whole stairs as one solid jump.
Okay.
That's
So,
why I'm a wizard.
where do you guys want to go next?
To the glowy hole.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the glowy hole.
Glowy hole. Okay.
That sounds like a strip club.
You're 14. What do you know about strip clubs?
I would
I
like
live
to.
in-
I don't know. What does he know?
I live in your household, Ben.
So the metal rungs that were in here, they look like rungs to walk down or climb down, correct? Like
They
were
look
hammered
like
in
they are
place.
permanent rungs. Like I said, it looks like for a staple giant size. Not they're human size, human scale.
Right.
But it basically you take a large metal bar, you bend it at both ends, and then you hammer it into the stone wall. So they definitely look like they are a permanent fixture. Down
So-
below,
so
you
Holy
get
Quest,
you
dude,
see
you
a greenish glow.
He goes first.
Hey, it's your holy quest.
Huh?
He goes first.
No guts, no glory.
He goes first.
I'm most tanky in the league.
I'll go second.
I have no light, but if someone can give me light, I'll go.
He's the most tanky and the least corrupt in the group.
We don't know. Okay, stop talking about people's corruption.
Yeah, you have no sense of
You have
corruption. There's no
sense of
mechanic for
anybody's
that.
Corruption.
Mine is your hammer.
Right. Well,
That's metagaming garbage. Knock it off.
until somebody grows a third arm, it's not
Right.
visible.
But as long as there's light, I'll gladly go. So
I
whoever's
think-
behind me,
Do you want to not have the tank go first?
I'm pretty
The
dodgy
soldier?
as long as I can see.
Okay, well,
And-
I have an idea then. We have rope.
Yeah.
Let's tie a lantern to the end of the rope.
Okay.
And as you crawl down, somebody will just guide the lantern down next to you
Okay.
to ensure you have your hands free.
But someone's following me, right? This isn't.
Yeah,
just
I'll be
like-
right behind you.
Yeah.
All right,
Following you.
yeah.
This is
Get down.
just
I get down there and then they slide the grate over
You?
top.
Then him, then me,
Okay.
then him, then you, and then you're last. You're holding up the rear.
Okay.
What about yourself?
In case the ghost of Tony comes back.
Donkey kicks him down the hole.
Hee-haw!
Okay, give me a moment.
And the sad thing is, he dies because his hit points are so low.
Any of us fall on that hole, we're likely to die.
She'll take a negative.
So
We're using
Sean,
role player
does
damage.
he have to get in another combat? Like, or is that, say, combat done, he could take another
25%.
drought, or no?
You can take the healing draughts as often as you wish.
Okay.
They're just
And-
healing potions.
Yeah, they're just healing potions.
Okay.
They heal.
In the book, it said per combat. That's why I was being.
Is it?
I was asking. I just wanted to make sure.
I thought that was the poultices.
Oh, maybe it's this.
yeah, poultice requires a different wound
Oh, okay.
because it's. I mean, it's basically a dung
Right.
band-aid.
That's some food.
These are effectively healing potions.
Okay.
So you can take as many as you want, as quickly as you want. The stronger your toughness is, the better they work.
If I take it, can I just give it up?
No.
All right. Well, then I'll give you one more.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you're down 10, right?
19.
Okay. Take one more.
Well, you were down 21 total.
Right. Well,
No,
21 plus
29.
bleed. Yeah. So he took one already.
Right.
Gave
So
one before.
now down 19.
So he's gonna be down 9. So take one more.
Okay. So you're saying you're going first?
Yep.
You're gonna climb down?
That they let the lantern down so I
Sure.
can see
Yeah, you're in charge of the lantern.
with the rope.
So now I have a lantern?
You have a lantern on a rope.
Just
Give him
don't
rope.
leave a pony
Okay.
with them, and then you.
Then you're good. Okay.
He pulls it up and leaves us.
Now that I know my skills aren't 3
Yes,
plus
you're good.
my first
Yeah,
digit,
You're
but
good. You're good.
I have more than a plus 6 now.
Okay.
Yeah. It's don't even waste
Okay.
time doing it. Just
Ooh.
I'm just looking at the chicken scratch everywhere.
well, he didn't have a
Okay.
real sheet. Yeah.
You climb down into a room that has a fairly ornate wall on the north side with a single candle glowing with a greenish light.
Very similar to the green light that was in the other room.
Mhm.
And you told us you saw a green light leave the room when we opened it. You.
What?
When we
Yeah,
were watching
but-
the Winds of Magic,
What?
you saw a green light leave the room when we opened the witch's door. When we were
No,
in
that
there.
was the candles. The candles were glowing green. I didn't see anything specifically absurd about the Winds of Magic.
I thought it was some green was leaving the room.
Was it?
I thought so too.
No.
No,
Okay.
he
It was
saw
the green
that it
candle
was
light when we
emanating
opened the
out
door
of
and
the-
emanating green.
I
Okay,
will.
fair enough.
I will pull my weapons and say, "Okay, guys, come on down."
Once I realize something like that, I'll tell you. But other than that, I've not seen anything. Because
Okay.
I've been checking each room.
You crank me up, you're like.
I assume you're going to move into
and
the
I'm
room
like,
slightly as they
that's
come
what I
down.
saw.
I'm gonna move 5 feet over out of the way. Yeah.
I was
Okay.
actually
So who's
trying
going to go down next?
Oh,
I was going next.
Yeah, he was next.
Giant.
Ben was next.
Ben was next.
Go to the right.
Want me to make a check?
What?
Climbing?
No.
Okay.
You're able to climb a ladder.
but you gotta move out of the way so the rest of them can.
Yeah.
There's enough room for
Step
2 more
forward.
people, and then basically you're out of space.
Is there room 5 feet that way, or is that the
God,
wall?
stop moving around.
To the right and
To-
left,
to
it's
the west.
wall.
Okay, I'll move
I kinda
forward
step
1
in.
and over 1.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, same thing, but on the right side.
Okay.
I'll step up next to the
Checking out the
duelist
boots.
since I'm next.
You're going to go next? Okay.
I'm taking my shield and my axe out ready because I see a dead man right in front of me.
That's a really tall dead man.
Hold the lantern for Dip so that he can come down.
Oh, wait,
I
what?
got my own
No.
lantern to hold.
Okay. So you're
Well, I
gonna,
understand that, and you can hold 2 lanterns for 2 minutes while he walks down.
Dead.
Requires a hand to
Not
cast
there,
spells.
here.
oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I was moving people out of the way.
I'm gonna hit you,
You're right.
I swear.
Okay. So Frederick steps in, moves up a little bit with his light. Who's going after Frederick?
I'll go.
Okay.
Yeah, then it was me.
So Minus comes in.
I'll step to the back left. To the corner with the boxes.
Over here. Next.
Okay.
near me.
Sean, move me up 5 feet, please. North, thank you.
With my bow out.
Okay. Okay, that leaves Erdem, Giselle, and Dip upstairs.
Giselda, Rogo, and me.
Giselle's going to go first, then you?
Yes.
You don't want her to fall on you?
No, I I don't trust it up here compared to down there. So
Okay.
I could hold my own a little bit better
You're gonna
than.
sacrifice your apprentice.
Okay.
No, it's actually quite the reverse.
Dip, you're the last one up
You're trying to
above.
save her from.
Okay.
You gonna climb down?
Has anybody told me not to?
No, I said come on down.
Giselle's told you lots while while everybody else was climbing.
Well, then I'll go down.
She was discussing all sorts of notes that were completely lost on you because you don't understand magic.
You take your
Hey, Dad.
you take your
Do
lantern
you know what a
at the bottom.
melanoma is?
He has both the lanterns.
Okay, so you guys, same people, I'm assuming, have the lanterns. So you guys are all downstairs now. The most notable thing, other than the glowing light in here, is the unusually large skeleton on the ground, with the knife in its head and a broken wooden shield on its arm.
Can
It is large, not giant size, but whoever it was easily would have been 6-7 feet tall.
Is
Does it
Is-
have
So is he bigger than me?
He's bigger than you, yeah.
Okay.
is the knife a dagger?
It is.
Okay.
can I poke the skeleton's like foot or something like with my axe, like the tip of my axe?
Sure, you
Can I
poke the skeleton's foot. It jiggles a little bit.
does it have a weapon in its hand? You said it has a shield. It's got
It
weapon
has a
in its
shield.
head.
Does not have a weapon.
Stab
Other
itself
than
in
the
head.
one in his head.
Any pouches
It
or
rolls
anything I
like
can
one of
see?
us.
No.
on this person? Okay.
No.
Is my hammer glowing any more brightly?
Yes. And steady.
Is
Fantastic.
is the dagger through the jaw or through the top of the
Through the top of the head.
head? Okay.
Okay, if I'm
I'm gonna look at the ceiling. Are there any
Is it holy?
holy? Yeah. Is there any cracks or
That-
holes or structurally? Does this look
What about your
fucky?
Seems safe.
What about your holy sense? Is it like more holy down here compared to upstairs?
He knows I have it, so I'm
Yeah.
just assuming that he would let me know.
can
This
I,
whole place radiates holy.
Yeah, the whole place has been.
I'm gonna move.
No,
The
holy
winds of
visions-
magic are notably different down here.
Okay.
There seems to be a flow towards the candle.
There's a magic flow towards the candle.
with the flow coming
That
back.
must be the relic.
How big's the candle?
Maybe it's like the large ones you found upstairs.
Okay.
Slightly yellowish wax. Looks to be made out of tallow. Maybe 6 inches across.
I wanna go up to
A
the
burning
campfire
flame
and
with no
hold it.
sign of melting wax.
You were the most
Ben, you have got to stop talking over your dad when he's describing something.
I'm gonna go investigate the.
Candle?
Yeah.
Okay. You move up to the candle. Giselle moves up with you.
I will accompany him.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay right there, keeping an eye on the body on the ground.
Okay.
I was gonna
You should pull that
take
dagger out.
this-
Add it to our stack of daggers.
From the look of what remains of his clothing, he appears to be a follower of Ulrich in terms of design and style. The clothing is long decayed, and as he touches the foot with his axe, where it moves slightly, the bones are loose. They're not connected per se. The cloth and everything just sort of flakes away and turns to dust. Yeah.
Is there anything on it that looks still pristine, oddly? in
No.
front of it? I'm gonna go ahead and pull
Like a
that
magic
dagger out. I'm gonna put away my
Okay.
rapier and pull the dagger out of its head.
Okay. Slides out easily.
Okay.
It's rusty and chipped, but could be cleaned up and fixed.
Okay. I'm gonna go up and put it in his bag.
Okay.
I have a theory about this. This
Okay. He steps up, sticks a knife in your backpack.
this is one of the,
Nice.
this is one of the wolf riders. They
I
tried
have a
touching the
specific
relic.
separate bag for the
The
daggers.
relic
so.
aged them and killed them.
Oh. And it
Should I
said the
put a
back of my
shoddy
head.
dagger? On
Sure.
Yeah.
So
The altar.
Yeah. Now the dagger of note. It seems shoddy from age. I mean, it's a little loose here and there. There's no visible sign of rust on it.
Could I do detect artifact on it?
Doesn't have any magical qualities.
Okay.
Can I check the boxes over here?
Sure.
You were gonna piss me off if you found this magic relic.
Yeah.
this religious relic.
Like just like
Hey.
like.
Okay. Yeah, you head over there and start checking the
My number
boxes.
and Discord messages is like, actually, that dagger is magical. It is this and this and this.
There's a hallway, guys. Once you're done with the looking at the
The
Pretty light.
the
It's also a door
looking
over
at the dagger,
Mhm.
does it look like the run of the mill type dagger, or does it?
It's
seem
an old.
different architecture?
It's an old design,
Okay.
but something you would equate with Wolf Riders
Seems like.
Okay.
and so forth as far as their style.
I wanted, I wanted to do a. So it seems like all the winds of magic are funneling into the candle,
Towards the candle, yes.
towards the candle. And could I try to do detect artifact on the candle?
Doesn't have any magical qualities.
Is there anything?
There is a faint magical aura about it, but nothing unique.
so it's what's keeping it
What's
lit.
what's the candle on?
A stone pedestal built into the wall.
Okay.
Does the whole thing look like the same architecture as upstairs?
Yes.
Okay.
It still has Ulrich iconography.
Is this two
Scattered around.
smaller candles on the side, or is
Um,
that just a graphic?
That's just the
thing?
glow of the graphics.
Okay.
I have a theory.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
Maybe, other cult or something that was against this special religion, sieged the temple and they went down this grate hoping to escape, and this guy fell behind and was killed,
Maybe we'll never know.
or something like that.
All right. Can you zoom back out a little?
Yeah, there's a hallway going down this way.
They're
And-
going in either direction.
There's a hallway off to the right, and off to the left is a portcullis that's currently closed.
I'm gonna walk over to the portcullis.
Okay.
Oh, I was moving them.
I assumed I got my lantern back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope.
I'm just gonna shine my light in.
Yeah, that's what you can see.
Let my light shine. Okay. Is there any obvious levers or chains to pull the portcullis, or
No.
is it on hinges?
It's not on hinges.
It's a drop down.
It's a drop-down gate. There's no sign of mechanism. Although from on the other side, you see a lever just around the corner to your right.
Within
Okay.
reach.
Well,
No,
just
it's about
go around.
20 feet away.
Okay. I'm gonna go
Currently
east.
in the down position.
Gonna go east.
Okay.
More than we've got to use yards.
Sure. About 6 yards away.
So 20 feet. Okay. So east.
Do I
Okay.
find anything in the boxes?
Nothing of value or note. Just some miscellaneous goods, things like that. Looks like some mining tools,
See what we should do when we
construction equipment, that sort of
We
stuff.
should bring
I'm gonna
this
take
to
the
our
body
boat
shoes.
and then sell these.
Gonna take the
all-
body
all separate
shoes?
for gear.
You
Yeah.
said all that
Okay,
stuff
just
was
just
locked.
like the rest of it, it falls apart as soon as you touch it.
Okay, then I'm gonna be
Okay.
sad and follow
Just
him.
keep- yeah. We're gonna head east.
So you're gonna head down that tunnel.
Yep.
I'm investigating the camp.
Okay.
Me and him are in the front.
Okay, so you and Anders, or
Yeah.
Anders goes with you, and then Minus I heard was going behind you. Okay, Dip, you just staying by the entrance, nursing your wounds.
I'm gonna try and stay in the edge of the light as much as possible.
There's plenty of light here.
Well,
Okay. So the three of you move down the tunnel. There looks like an old torture room, I guess. There's the remnants of a door broken down in the room. Several urns and pots smashed on the northern face. Some sort of a drain out through the center. And the room otherwise just comes to an end. On the eastern side, looks like a natural wall, like they've been digging in this area.
I found mining tools in the boxes over there, so
Correct.
they're probably constructed over here.
Where does door come from?
Door in the hallway, similar to where the portcullis was, looks like it's smashed in.
And there's no other. What's that? Is it just wall?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna check the urns.
Yeah, I was about to tell him, go check the urns, see what's in the urns. I was literally, I was
Okay.
a moment from saying that.
You head over there, check those. They look like they are storage vessels for carrying large weight. They're filled with bits of rubble and dirt from where they've been digging, where they would load it up and then carry the urn with all the debris up and out of the place as they dig.
What were they digging for? Or were they just maybe expanding the...
I'm pretty sure they were just expanding.
So, alright, I'm going to take my lantern and look down the grate.
Okay. Grate smells horrible,
Yeah.
like a sewer. There is bits of muck and dirt and a shaft that's maybe a foot wide that goes down.
Okay.
From somewhere down below, you can hear water.
Yeah, alright.
I'm gonna move over to the portcullis, see if
Okay.
determine
What are the three of you doing? He's carefully checking out the pedestal with the candle. Giselle's taking notes, explaining to you what he's doing in great detail.
I'm absolutely looking completely past her.
Okay,
at
just
all
completely
given
ignoring her.
times. Just absolutely.
And yet she doesn't seem to
right,
notice
And
that.
that's what I'm saying. Absolutely, pointfully not
Yeah.
paying any attention to her.
She takes it that you are completely enthralled with her stories as she explains. No, see, he's going to check this very carefully because that's what a master would do.
Her intelligence is low, right?
It's a 44.
She's actually very intelligent.
Just perceptions. She's not perceiving that.
Not very good at anything else.
Okay.
Yes, she's below average on everything
And she
else.
loves to talk.
Yeah.
So they're seeing how there's plenty of light. While I'm paying attention, I'm actively looking throughout the room for anything
Anything else of note?
anything that doesn't look symmetrical, because everything seems to have been symmetrical when we were in here.
Mhm.
The only problem we've had is when something wasn't. That's what I'm specifically looking for. That.
Okay. Give me a perception roll.
Perception.
Or let me know what your perception is better. So.
39.
39. Okay.
And is Giselle the investigating or more just
Oh,
telling
she's
stories?
investigating indirectly because she's watching exactly what you're looking at.
Okay.
So, you're searching around. After a couple of minutes, the other three are off to the side. Dip's in the back. He's complaining a little bit about his cut. Finishing off the last of the healing draught. You notice that the top the top platform on the stand where the candle goes seems to be separate from the actual pedestal itself. Okay. And there is a groove cut in the wall section. Looks like the square of it could rotate one way or the other.
Okay. And the other group's investigating. down
Other
that
grips off down the hallway. Giselle doesn't notice it. Milton is off looking around the room, doing his own thing.
I'll whisper to Milton to come look at this and point it out.
Okay. He points it out.
Yeah.
Well, we should,
Want to open it?
yeah, we should try to move
Okay.
it. Dip,
Okay.
you gonna give us a hand?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
We will
Dip
might
stays
be trapped.
cautiously where he is. Giselle waits anxiously. You turn it. It moves fairly easily and rotates. It goes about 45 degrees, and then there's a soft snap. Then you hear a scream from off to the east.
Okay.
No.
Oh,
Hey. Less people can split the loot. Aha.
The section
Well done,
with the
guys.
pedestal shifts off to the side, opening up. Beyond, you see a large chamber glowing with light, a greenish cast amongst the room from several points of light. Scattered in the hallway are maybe a half dozen bodies, similar to the one laying there with the knife in its head, all in a similar state. Weapons and shields and all their armor still intact and on them.
now, do they have knives in their head as well?
They do not have knives in their head. They all seem to be laying down in the same direction. Their head towards you, their feet towards the room.
Because they were trying to retreat.
Yeah. Does the magic flow seem to continue down the hallway?
It, yes, flows down into the room.
Okay. Want to investigate?
Oh, you want to retrieve the rest of the group?
We can.
We need some shields.
Man, he's like, I want to get to that relic first. He can feel it. He can feel it.
Here's
Look at
my
him.
thing. Once we find a magic item, you're gonna be like, "Oh, that's the relic. I must keep it."
Well,
Probably.
And if it's not, and if it's,
I'm not gonna keep it. I'm gonna turn it into the
And
church.
that's the issue.
only if it's a Sigmar one, though, right? If it's not a
I'm sorry,
Sigmar,
what?
if it's not a Sigmar relic, you don't care.
All relics are Sigma relics when they're held by me.
Okay, Greenie.
He now has a lifelong quest to collect all magic items and turn them into the church.
Because that's the only people that should have it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Only the church should have ultimate power.
One might call me the Catholic Church.
Yeah, I'll look to get the group.
Okay, so you call for him, or are you gonna go get him?
Yeah, I'll call for them.
Okay.
Orcs come down the.
And do you need the relic for your? If it's a relic, it's a holy relic or a magic
I need
item.
a
Those
ma-
are two different things.
Correct. He needs a magic
I
item.
need a magic item.
Well, maybe if we find a relic, I'll give you a giant hammer.
Well, that depends
Not
if it's.
likely, but
Yeah. Alright.
Maybe I can
all
take
right.
my ass.
Okay. Well, before
They-
we go in there,
Yeah, they call for you. Assuming you guys are done in that
Yeah.
side room, you're gonna head back.
I'm gonna give me a moment. I want to pray and do a holy vision quest on this.
Okay, what's your pray?
It's an intuition.
What's your
Right.
intuition?
Is there a way to
Great.
dislodge the candle from the
39.
pedestal?
Yeah, you can pick it up.
Okay. I'll pick it up and give it to the sailor. It's like, here's some light.
Thank you.
What
Okay.
material is
Going
what
handle
clothes
magic.
made out
I
of?
Does
like
it
the
hurt you?
ballsiness of that.
Does
Just
it
grab
hurt
the
you?
candle,
Yeah.
know?
Handing you a candle does not hurt you, no.
Okay.
I'm a wizard.
I don't
Oh.
know.
Fine.
The stairs
No,
that didn't hurt anybody else ended up slicing me. So
It was strange how that happened.
yeah.
It's a large 6-inch candle. I mean, it's heavy. It takes 2 hands to hold it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it only sets off a candle light's worth of light. But no, it doesn't hurt you as such.
Why do you want me to hold?
It does
house?
give off heat, but there's no sign that the wax is melting.
So you have.
You say it's a
light,
magical candle.
So you should have it. You need a magic item.
Well, yes, but you
You've
also
been
need
saying
light.
this all this
Our
time.
candles haven't seemed.
Who says I won't
candles
follow
flame.
Yeah.
When we're looking
This way, you have
at
light.
those bodies
so,
in the hall.
So you can, so you can scout ahead,
they
or you
look
can stay
crushed?
behind, or you can do whatever you
No.
want and not be hindered by the group.
like Boulder, running
Think
away
about it,
from
I'm giving you
Boulder, more
freedom.
like
No.
okay.
So I can
All right.
leave?
Just want to make sure
You
that wasn't
could.
No.
Nope.
okay. Alrighty.
What material is
Um,
the portcullis made out of? Like the physical door on the portcullis. Is it metal?
No,
wood?
heavy wood.
Can we break it?
I kind of want to investigate this secret door I found.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, the main difference on the bodies inside the tunnel, unlike the one out in the hallway, is skeletal. Okay, nothing but fading clothes and shriveled bones and things like that. Inside, all of the bodies are still covered in a desiccated skin. Okay, they haven't decayed to the point of just bones.
Okay, who's first?
I'll go first.
Yeah,
So I'll go second, and as we pass each one of those bodies, I stab them in the head with my rapier.
Okay. So Frederick steps in. Okay. You step in.
Mm-hmm.
As you do so, you're overcome by a vision.
Okay.
Okay. You see the same place, much cleaner, almost as if it's new.
Interesting.
Okay. You hear voices from behind you, and several people come walking down through the tunnel and into the room past you, as if you're not there. Okay. The first one is dressed in warrior priest garb of Sigmar. Okay. Obviously a high-ranking one. Mechanically, roughly level 3, potentially level 4. Priest of Sigmar, war priest. From the decorations on him, he is highly decorated, etc. Next to him is a large follower of Ulrich, dressed in the full wolf outfit, wolf cape, etc. Easily standing a good foot taller than him. Okay, following behind, he bears a striking resemblance to the sarcophagus upstairs.
Okay.
Okay? Behind them are a dozen more Ulrich cultists dressed in warrior gear, etc., armed with swords and shields that look very similar to the bodies that are on the ground. Okay? They come past you, and the wolf leader calls out to the other guy, saying, Albrecht, I have doubts about this ritual. I'm not sure this is the way to go. The priestess Sigmar calls back, says, Wolfgar, calm yourself. This is the only way to remove the curse. The nail of Aquinas must be used. They move into the chamber beyond, and you see him pull the priest pull out a large, what looks like railroad spike.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and takes his hammer, and against a large altar type thing, Wolfgar holds the nail in place, and Albrecht takes his hammer and smashes it with all his force, pounding it into the face of the altar or the wall. As he does so, there's a cascade of green energy that flies out from it, vaporizing both Wolfgar and Albrecht and killing all 12 of the men. Okay. You guys see him step into the hallway and then just sort of stand there staring wistfully out into space before returning to his senses.
Okay.
You look like you saw a ghost.
I saw quite a few.
Sorry, Nail of Aquinas.
Aquinas.
Yeah.
They weren't that quiet.
I'm gonna stop and be like, all right, hold on, guys. And I don't want to tell them I have a holy vision. It sounds. I guess I'm.
They already know you have holy visions.
Right,
Yeah.
that's how we knew
It
what
only
to do.
sounds slightly insane.
Well, yeah, and I'm trying to put myself in a position of a medieval peasant, blah 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 blah. So, by today's standards, if somebody walked up and said I have holy vision, we'd be like, to the nut house.
Yeah, in this game, if somebody did that, you head off on a quest.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I just had a vision stepping in here, guys,
Okay.
and I'll relay to them what I saw.
Okay?
Didn't we find earlier upstairs the railroad spike in the one room?
No, you found nails.
Okay.
Crude nails.
Okay.
Did
Okay.
their
I
gear
knew
get
there was something.
Did their gear get vaporized?
That's a good
You,
question.
we didn't get that much
I
detail.
didn't.
You,
Well,
you can't argue that much.
The
Four
blast
or
of
five
the
word
blast of
grades.
energy was that broke the vision for you.
Okay.
I recognize the name Albrecht. It was like Albrecht von something. It was one of the notes we found was addressed to
Albert
or
von
from someone named Albrecht. That acted like in the note he was Sigmarite. He was a Sigmarite.
Okay. I'm gonna step into the room.
Okay?
I follow right behind.
Okay?
Did the 12 or dozen followers also get vaporized, or?
Okay.
Did you
Let's
not hear his
see.
description?
Erdem comes
I
in
know.
after you. Okay.
I
Not
relayed.
Erdem.
I relayed
We have the
Everything.
the information that he said.
Okay?
I'll go to
We have all the bodies.
Okay.
Could be different.
while studying the second sight a lot.
Okay. Yeah, there's definitely winds of magic flowing into the room.
Can I tell? Can I tell what type of lore
No.
or tendency? No, I can't.
Okay, so
Is that water ahead of us?
that's what I was curious about too.
It is a pool of glowing greenish liquid.
Oh,
Now when you look over there, you
And
see
that
something.
And that is the where he saw the vision where the hammer and nail happened up top.
Yes. From here, looking out, you can see the far end of it.
Mm-hmm.
That bluish pattern. You see a large iron spike stuck into the wall. There's a crack in the pattern, and there looks like a greenish crystal sort of oozing out from the crack.
Okay.
Does your hammer have the claw side to it? No.
Give me a religion, Laura.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's gonna be well over 100.
99.
No, that's 116.
Okay. You remember part of your teachings?
Mhm.
Aquinas was a dutiful friend of Sigmar in his youth, who traveled the land trying to do right about civilization, try to improve things. At one point, he found there was a drought that had been going on for many years, and he tried to get Sigmar to help him, but Sigmar refused. According to the legend, Sigmar was far too busy with other things, didn't care about the people at that point. So in order to get his attention, Aquinas offered to sacrifice himself to get the attention of the gods and the favor and so forth and bring back the waters. They crucified him with 3 nails, and in his distress, Sigmar is said to have cried for 7 days and 7 nights, and the rains came back to the lands and removed the drought and brought back the breadbasket of the empire, effectively. Now, numerous regions claim that theirs was the area where this happened, and they all claim that history. But since then, it's said that the 3 nails have been passed down as religious artifacts.
Okay, fantastic.
Okay, these are not nails like carpentry nails. These are like railroad tie
Yeah, they're big
type
iron
things. Yes.
spikes.
That's probably a little research.
Well,
Let's go get it.
we're in an area that is rid of all life.
No,
So, presumably.
my vision was just a Sigmarite priest. It wasn't actually Aquinas.
Correct.
That was a nail of
Correct.
Aquinas being
This was
used by
Correct.
a Sigmarite priest
Yeah.
and an Ulrich priest working together. Okay. Okay. And this is greenish warp glow type fluid in the river.
We
And
can't
that's what's
take this nail.
pouring out of the wall where that.
There's a crystalline structure coming out of the crack. It's not flowing as such. Think of more like hardened resin.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Where the water is indicated on the map is more of it looks like a solid greenish layer. Okay, it's not flowing as such.
Is
We can't
it
take this
like?
nail.
Can you see the bottom, or is it?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna start heading to the east.
Okay,
Is it a door?
a
It
door.
looks like
Against
a
it?
door.
A door where?
Up here.
The symbol where that nail is.
No, it's just a pattern.
Okay.
I'll stay with the priest.
We can't
I'm
take.
trying to find a shallow spot to,
Okay.
or to be able to hop
Yeah,
like
well,
rock
so-
to rock.
yeah,
I don't
Fred-
want to touch the.
Frederick moves
Oh,
in.
there we go.
All the way to the edge here is probably the best, easiest.
I'll move.
Now, in my vision, when they walked up, were they dealing with traps or anything like that? They just kind
No.
of.
No, they acted as if they were supposed to be here.
Okay.
Okay.
what
I
we
moved
need to
the
do.
4 of you. I'll let you guys figure out wherever
Well, that's what
everybody
we
else
need do.
wants
We
to
just
be.
need to walk up with purpose.
I'm gonna
It's
study
like
the
we are
candles.
supposed to
Are
be.
You're going to
these-
study the candles?
Are
Well,
the
whatever the pillars are.
are the pillars are those wolf shape, or does it
Yes.
seem like a totally different?
No, the entire place looks to be wolf shaped. It looks like some sort of temple to Ulrich.
Okay. I'm gonna
So
come
they violated a temple of
over to
Ulrich.
here and try to make
Maybe
a jump over
Sigmarite relic.
that
Maybe it was already
this
violated.
space here.
Maybe that's why
Okay.
they need to use it.
But
Maybe
not in my vision. This place was perfect. It was brand new.
The other 3 of you moving into?
maybe you got an
I said I'm going over here,
I'm-
guys.
I'm
'cause
talking about the
I-
3
yes.
that are still in back.
Yes.
I was
I'm
gonna
going.
move over
Are
here
you-
next to this pillar.
Are you moving in?
We can't remove
I'm gonna
this
stay
nail.
near the edge of the darkness.
Is it
More
back?
specifically, you can't remove this nail.
What makes you say,
I was
okay.
liking to move over
If this
here
area
by
was
the-
cursed, we don't
Okay.
want this curse to come back and presumably kill more of the land
Okay.
You're
nearby
overthinking
this
this?
place.
We're not at that stage.
Give me a perception roll also.
71.
You see scathing in the corners.
110.
Okay. There was, thinking back on the vision, there was something off about the priest, the Sigmarite priest.
Okay.
It was almost like he had too many decorations.
Okay.
Okay.
Fake priest? No, like one that would send us on a quest to come here.
That is accused of crimes a lot.
Okay.
Aren't those called charlatan?
So Anders heads over to one of the pillars to take a look at it.
Good job.
It's ornate. It has some sort of a crystal formation at the top. Appears to be bluish, and is heading off some light. There's unlike the wolf patterns elsewhere, there's a sort of flowing pattern to the pillars themselves. Amongst the ground, there's another 4 or 5 of the bodies from the guards.
All right, what condition are the bodies in?
Desiccated, but not rotted away. It looks like the skin is tight and dried up against the bones.
It's almost mummified.
Yes.
Is there 2 bodies up the stairs and stuff like that?
I think we should.
No, there's what looks like a dark
Well, yeah,
stain,
not touch the water.
maybe char of some sort
Screw
over
around
there.
here, Breezing stings reanimates these bodies.
That's why I'm stabbing them all in the head.
But they're undead as it is. So
How about we
what's
cut
that
off
gonna
their
do?
heads?
If you want.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to the spot where it looks to be only like
Yeah.
a foot or 2 gap over here, 2 or 3 feet,
Okay.
and
Water.
I'll drink.
I'm gonna try to jump over.
Yeah. Looking at the surface, it looks solid.
I don't care.
I mean, it looks like just a level platform of crystal. Now, at that area, it's a short distance, but it's onto rubble that may or may not be stable.
So
Why
it's,
don't we, like,
so that's
jump-
not water, that's
Oh.
crystal?
Crystal. The blue is crystal.
Oh.
I'll take
Yeah,
my
I
hammer
thought
and
it
like
was
tap on the.
I thought it was liquid too. I was
No.
like,
The green
water, my
river.
weakness.
You're gonna tap on it.
Tap
I
on
was
it with my
excited.
hammer. See
Okay.
what happens.
It seems solid. The flames on your hammer react almost such that they won't touch the crystal. So, like when you're tapping it, you tap the crystal and the flames are all over your hammer.
And they'll move to the other side.
They
of the
move
hammer.
to like a little bit away from it.
Okay.
If this is a
I'll be the guinea pig.
if these crystals are repellent to chaos,
I want to look at the wind map.
might we take
Okay,
some of
they
these
are
crystals
flowing
as,
across the room towards where that spike is in the wall.
Might we take some of these crystals and use it as armor? Like implant some of these crystals on our armor to repel chaos?
I'm gonna
I just
jump
wanna get
across.
across the river
I'm
for
gonna
now.
jump across first
Okay,
if you want.
so you're gonna
Well,
head over
Over
there.
by where I'm
Because
at.
I'm not fully, because I'm not
Yeah.
fully armored. And
Okay,
While they're doing that, I'm going to just be searching around this area on this half of the
Okay.
room.
so you're checking out over there. What are the rest of you doing?
Do what the rat catcher did and like tap the floor as you go.
I already
along.
did.
well, once I get
I'm just
across.
gonna-
Well,
I'm
as
just gonna
when you
walk
get
yeah,
across.
when I get across, but
I'm going to be over by the.
I'm just gonna
I
walk
mean,
across
you-
the crystal.
You're gonna be over by the war priest.
Yeah.
Okay.
you
Are
know,
you suicidal?
you want to
Can I-
mix or
Can I take
It's crystal.
the
And it's-
flame from the candle and put it towards the crystals?
You can.
Does it
And
have the
partially,
same
yes,
reaction
they
as
don't.
the
No.
hammer?
Have
No?
No.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to react at all.
brain damage. I
Okay.
have brain damage.
We have different fire.
Did you hear what he said?
No.
I'm just gonna walk across the crystal.
I'm terrible with
Like,
all my
move-
Okay.
weapons except broken.
I'm going to go in the bathroom while you decide
Okay.
how to die.
Like
Just-
move over here.
Yeah, just move straight across.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll go to the spike.
hold on, wait.
You step out onto the solid crystals. As soon as you do, you sink down to your knees, getting stuck in something solid. And give me a fortitude save, or the equivalent.
Endurance.
Endurance.
Mario paintings.
It should be a skill under.
I see it. I see it.
Okay.
You could get a dice box. That happens
Yeah.
every time.
Yep, but it's a good roll, so I'm not losing this roll. 125.
Okay, you take 6 points of corruption.
Don't touch.
Dad,
Don't tell him.
I'll let
Don't tell him.
He doesn't know. It's okay.
Don't tell
I heard him
It's
sing
not-
to his
it's,
knees.
It's not a obvious
Yeah,
thing.
he steps out onto the green crystals, sinking through as if it's like soft sand, down to his knees. You feel a intense burning sensation, and you don't feel much under your knee. What would you like to do?
see if I can crawl my way out.
Eyes wound.
Okay, give me a strength check.
Oh my god.
You should want the crystal.
Oh, fortune.
Oh, 5. That's what you rolled.
Not a good roll. You roll 4?
Oh, 9.
Okay.
This might be the death of my character.
How many fortune do you got left?
You could technically
None.
do a dark deal.
You only have 1 fate? How much resilience do you have?
1.
Okay, so that's something that George and I were discussing. We suspect you guys have done your fate and resilience incorrectly.
Yes.
You are supposed to have 1 base and then have, I think it's 3 points to spread out.
It's 2 fate, 1 resilience base. And
Okay.
then you have 3 to spread out between the 2.
Okay, so 2 fate, 1 resilience, plus 3 to spread. So I know you spent at least 1. That's why you only have 1 fate.
Yeah, that was
The
fine.
other 3 are freebies you place wherever you want. And I believe both of you missed that originally, but you never did the other one.
Use 3 fate points.
You have?
As of now.
Okay, well, then in that case you already had them. So if you have no more fortune to use, would you like a dark deal?
Fine, why not? I'm already too deep now.
He rolls a 1.
Yeah, your knees deep.
You're literally knee deep in corruption.
Hey, does he automatically become a halfling if he's got no knees?
But he might need a new character.
Yeah.
81.
81? Okay. So you struggle against it. Something is holding you in. Give me another. Add 1 corruption automatically because you took the dark deal. Then give me another endurance test.
Oh no, my character is not surviving. I will get my head smashed in.
Hey, one less person to
Oh. Wait, I failed earlier. And I had like 125. Like 118.
Okay. You take 4 more points of corruption. What would the rest of you like to do? You can see him knee deep in the goop, for lack of better description, screaming in intense pain, clawing at the backside. Can't seem to get anything to grab himself to pull him out.
I run to him.
Okay.
Put my rapier away.
Okay.
I reach down with my hand away from the crystal and try to grab. I tell him to grab on.
Okay.
Attempt to pull him out.
Okay. Give me another strength check, adding both of your strengths together.
Mine's 40.
Mine's 30. And that's actually a really good roll.
Of a 2.
Well, part of it's a good roll. We don't know.
Of a 2, and he pulls you in.
So,
I'll cut his
we
leg
got
off.
like a 70.
Don't say like.
No.
Do the
we
fucking
have a
math.
70.
I have 40. You have 30.
So,
It's like a 70.
It is like a 70.
151.
Okay. So with the assistance of the duelist, you manage to extricate yourself, pulling them out onto the edge. Your legs from a little bit above your knee down are blackened and pitted. Any cloth is gone, any hair is gone, and you see little specks of green burrowing into the skin itself.
Free
Okay.
waxing.
Sure.
Do I see anything about the way does the crystal reform?
Yes,
Where
fills
he
back
can
in.
pull him out, just
Yeah.
like, just like
Do we all see his legs like that?
Yeah. In the dim light, it's fairly obvious. There's specks of green all across his legs. Now they do seem to be fading, or perhaps going subsurface.
I'm
Do you want to do your holy religious praying of forgiveness before you smash him, or do you want to like try to figure out what it is?
Take his legs off, cauterize wounds.
Or yeah, you could chop off the legs in a way to stop the corruption from spreading. And then I can
With your
cauterize
hammer.
the leg stumps. And then
Take
he'll be alive.
take his legs with your hammer.
I walk over to him. Right. I walk over to him,
Okay.
kneel over him, and start praying.
Okay.
The sparks fly up and get into your face.
I'm gonna take
I'm
my.
going to try and take an arrow to see if I can take an arrow out of my pouch to see if I can work the crystals out of my skin.
Sure.
Yeah.
You take. We'll say 10 points of damage. above and beyond the damage you've already taken that you can't feel, as you start digging into your leg with the arrow, you can't feel anything on your legs, so it makes it very difficult to sense how deep you're pushing and everything. So you're carving into your leg, getting more meat than you are crystal.
What? So it's physically. Is it actually like? Can
Could
I
you do a
see it
theology
somewhat
roll?
working? Like,
You're
this
getting
might be-
when you pull out
It's the only
pieces of
option,
meat.
'cause I'm about to fight.
Certainly, you get some pieces of
I
crystals.
have a feeling this is warpstone, but
Now, like I said, the glow of the crystals is fading. Okay? Your feeling is slowly returning, which is not a good thing because your legs are in intense pain. Okay?
Especially now that he's been carving into
Especially now that you're also carving into it. But it feels like you literally stood in a campfire for 5 minutes.
all right, I'm just gonna take my broadsword.
it. Don't! I grab his hand.
Okay?
Desperation makes men do dumb things. I'm going to do a theology roll. I'm going to see if I have any experience with warp corruption in regards to what could be potentially happening to his legs.
Okay.
William's doing the praise.
That's a really good roll.
Okay.
143.
Yeah, it
No, I'm sorry, 133.
from your teachings, you suspect he's been exposed to a raw source of corruption. Once the cause is gone, is out of the river. If he survives, he'll probably be horribly mutated, per past history. But otherwise, able to live a passable life.
And they get burned to the stake.
They can't do that
Hey,
anymore.
no,
It's illegal.
no, yeah.
I mean, effectively it's consider it like acid burns of
Right.
extreme length, and the associated corruption leading to any potential mutation.
So,
If he
From
can survive,
nuclear
if he can
asteroids.
if he can survive the mutations, he can recover and otherwise be fine.
but I don't. As
Well,
a samurai priest, I wouldn't.
Mutations are legal now. That's the thing.
Correct.
And the church
So you're gonna
finds
make me
that
kill
benefit.
my own kid's character?
I might.
But it's all do you believe
Oh,
the
that's-
old ways or now the new ways? Because
Right.
it just
Oh,
enacted.
According to current law that you've heard, yes, mutation is allowed. It's not you are not allowed to persecute people purely for mutation, according to the current proclamation from the king.
Real quick, can I grab a small stone and just like put it on the just
Toss it in.
toss it in?
Sure.
See if it goes under or.
It bounces off the top like it's a piece of concrete.
It's oobleck.
So while this is rubble, this space over here is not, right? Where there's a right there,
In the middle?
right?
Yeah, that seems like solid ground.
And it's all the same height.
No, there's a slight increase. This river of crystal looks like it descends down maybe about 3 feet from the floor.
So you'd have to jump down and jump back up. And,
Conceivably. Now the sections that are out floating in there,
yeah.
those are up 3 feet above the crystal.
Do they look like they're just floating, or are they? Okay.
Can't tell. You can't see through the crystal because of its reflections and everything. It's not translucent.
I didn't buy a light container.
You can't tell how deep it goes. It doesn't glow as such. I mean, there's a little bit of a glow, but it's not like an ambient glow in the room.
Thank goodness I didn't.
Do we have
to,
a grappling hook?
I'm gonna put over my put away my pistol. So I'd already put my rapier away.
Now you do know that it'll probably be 24 hours before any corruption sets in. I will resolve it afterwards.
I'm gonna do a blessing of Sigmar
Okay.
to give him a
Fighting chance.
fighting chance. Yeah. What would that be?
Hardy.
Fellowship. How do you resist? What stat do you use to resist corruption?
Endurance, I think.
It's either endurance or cool, depending on the corruption. Mental is
Okay.
cool, endurance
Okay.
is physical. In this case, it would probably be physical.
Yeah, it's looking physical. There's some physical
Alright.
thing. It's a
Let me look at
physical
my.
challenge.
And then he takes a physical corruption.
I feel like you'd pass out if you stood in a fire for 5 minutes from the immense amount of pain.
Well, he
He
couldn't.
was only in there for a moment.
Well, yes, but
Well, he said
we
it
feel like
feels
it's
like
like
it's
5 minutes of
in a
camp.
fire.
Well, yes, but it numbed him initially, so you didn't feel any of it.
Plus
I
the
know, I meant
adrenaline.
like his feelings coming back, so he's gonna
Yes.
pass out from the pain.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Probably with the adrenaline and stuff too.
Certainly if he cuts his own legs off.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, then he'd be dead real fast, too.
Well, then I can cauterize it, and then all we need to
And
do
then
is
he'll feel like he's been in the campfire again.
it's just a cycle.
Have I found
And
anything?
then all you need is a little wooden box with some wheels. So he
Yes.
can roll around with you and shoot his bow.
Have I found
you
anything?
don't need your legs to shoot a bow.
Have I found anything while I'm searching the room?
Searching around that side? No. Like I said, the pillars have some sort of a bluish crystal in them. There is a flowing pattern to the decoration, unlike that of the wolf theme for the rest of the room.
I'm gonna do a prey test to try to increase his toughness.
Okay?
It's a blessing of hardiness.
Sure.
It only lasts for 6 rounds, but it might be enough. To,
You issue the prayer, and when it becomes relevant, we'll make the roll.
Okay.
I have an idea to get across. Can I please say it?
Sure.
Of course,
Yeah.
go for it.
If only we had a light warhorse
You
that
could
jumped
jump.
across the gap.
Or a Tony.
Are you gonna Yoshi him?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ben. What do you want to do?
So, we found a door in the torture room.
And then I could
That
have a
door
chaos
is
force.
very long.
Mhm.
About the size of this gap. And if it's still sturdy enough, we can use it as a bridge.
That is not a terrible idea.
And-
Great idea.
That's a fucking
And
great idea.
Also, if that
Okay.
ends up not working, if the crystals only absorb flesh, we can use it as a makeshift bridge on the crystals.
I thought that was the
Let's give it a
If
try.
I toss the stone
We'll
on
go
the
get-
crystals and get
Okay.
We'll go get the
Okay.
door.
You guys retrieve the door.
You gotta do a dexterity check to try to get down the hallway like a couch.
Oh, yeah.
Rotate, turn.
That's more of it's more of an intelligence check.
Right.
That's a leadership skill.
Yeah, it's a leadership.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, for some reason, every time you move the door, it fits right into its door sill, and then it won't go any further.
This is how we kill each other over how to do it. That's legit.
So, where do you want to place the door?
Go ahead.
Okay, I was thinking we'd put the bottom end, like the more flatter area, on our side, and then put the top of it on this pillar here.
I would
The
think,
rock.
I would think
Yeah.
we do
Yeah,
it right
but-
here.
Yeah.
But he said that was
But that's-
unstable
yeah, that's
ground.
Yeah,
level.
he's
Not
yeah.
level.
You
And
want,
while
like,
that
over
middle
there?
piece, that's all the stuff.
I'll draw the thing where he wants it.
How tall's the door?
It was a decent sized door. It looked like it was about 9 feet.
He
or
wanted
so.
it like right there, and then.
Okay, so you're
Well,
gonna.
that you could hop over that. That looks like it's
Well,
only a
Well,
foot.
do we really want to hop?
I was gonna say, do we want to risk that?
Yeah.
It's hopping a foot.
When you
That's
when-
not going and wading
do you
through
do you
it.
really want to jump across a gap where there's lava right underneath it? Do you really want to have that small chance?
Yeah, I don't want all of us standing on that middle piece though. And
Yeah.
that's
Just do
what
it
that's
one at a
gonna
time.
So we
yeah,
go one
we'll
at a
go
time.
one at a time.
Well, I'll go
but-
then.
So you're gonna put the door between where you're
think
at
I
and that
really
central
think I should
and
go
that
for
pillar.
Yeah.
The nail
Well,
out.
that's fine.
I
And
have an
personally,
idea.
I think we should have one person that stays back
We-
and
we
pulls
should-
the door away.
Well, I think we should all
Okay.
stay here except for the priest to go up there and grab this spike, so we can keep an eye on him from range.
Well, I'll go up. And
Since
I'll,
it's
I'll,
his
I'll
holy
keep an eye on
task,
him
he
from
can have all
range,
the
but I'm
space he
going to be at
wants.
closer range in case he needs some strength to help. So
Okay, so you're gonna put the door between where you're at and that pillar,
Yes.
Mhm.
and then your plan is to jump the rest.
yeah,
Yeah.
The other
I mean,
5
it's
feet,
a smaller gap.
3 feet.
Yeah.
yeah, that's 3 feet.
Okay. So
Was there enough, like the barrels and all that? Was there enough that we could make another makeshift little bridge out of rubble?
I mean, you have your casks that you're carrying around, all this water.
No. I mean the ones that were out in the same room that was.
You could use them. They're not in great shape or super strong. I mean, the door looks fairly sturdy. That's not a problem.
I want to try something. So I want to take off all of the what looks like valuables off of one of the corpses, and And then I want to try to slide the corpse onto the river and see if it consumes that compared to the rest of the materials, whether or not it's
Why are you
truly.
playing with a corpse?
I think.
See if it's
so-
truly organic it eats, or
Did anybody
living.
see if he put a hand in the river?
He didn't. He just.
No, he just walked across.
But that's the
No, I was
thing.
talking
Is
about you.
Oh, me? No.
if his
You're acting awfully shady.
the damage done to his skin is there's things burrowing into him.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's probably the same for these. It slowly dehydrated and sucked the life out of them. That's why they were. And the only one that died that wasn't in this room area had a knife in his head. So completely different.
What were
Yeah.
those beetles the Egyptians used to
Scarab
mummify?
beetles.
Scarab beetles.
Burrowing scarabs.
That's what they
this
did.
is
They
this
wouldn't
is
take-
Nordic, not Egyptian.
Okay, I mean, if you
I'm
relatively
gonna,
look,
I'm
you
gonna
could
go out
be
and grab
north
the big shield
of
that
Egypt.
was out on the big body.
Sure.
Come in, and I'm just gonna throw it into the.
Just toss it into
Yeah.
onto the crystal.
I just want to see if it.
If you're in
Good.
Zimbabwe,
It just sits
Slides
there.
across
Egypt
it.
is north.
Okay,
Human sled.
so it's not all organic material.
Okay.
It's just flesh.
That's
material.
why I wanted to research it.
So you and I are
And
going
Giselda
across.
writes it down, correct?
Because I got
Warpstone
I don't know if I have the second
experience.
highest
That's
strength
right.
or the highest strength.
Field
but
testing.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, now we need
You
to
go
test.
first because the door may not support my weight.
Right.
Now we need to test someone sliding on the dead body and see if it still consumes it for research
No, I didn't do
purposes.
body. I just threw the shield.
Oh, okay.
What
Okay,
happens
since
if
it was
you
a
drink
large
it?
shield. Yeah, if you
Well,
want to
we've
ski
got
across.
somebody that we could use.
Yeah.
You can. You might
I
have
had
an
to crouch.
autoimmunity.
If the
Okay,
door
so the door is spanning the gap.
the first gap, I'll go
Okay.
across, and then
And how much total equipment weight do you have?
that is a good question.
Too much.
So you already beat
Can
me
I
to it. I was
not-
actually going to strip down.
I'm just asking.
Can I not be blamed if the door breaks
Yes,
for the span?
You will be
we've already-
blamed.
we've
we are going to
already
blame you
considered-
for everything.
Uh huh.
8.
I have to do
8 plus your body of 8, so 16.
Oh no. Like
I
my
want
body's
to.
8.
Yes.
Okay.
I want
I
to.
don't know why I had
While we were moving stuff,
so 12.
Okay.
I was like, I don't know why I wrote that down like
Kind of like, I want to make sure nothing's coming up the hallway, and I want to have as much obstruction in the hallway as possible. So if something was coming through there, it would take time to get through.
I've been watching
The hallway?
this
Yeah.
entire
What are you
time.
gonna barricade the hallway with?
Broken shields and.
Why don't
There's
you just
a
leave
shield.
lever on
Okay.
this- on this side to close it. Usually on stuff like that, there's a mechanism on both sides to close it.
Is there a mechanism?
No.
Well, when we go across, right, George? When we go across, we can
I
just
want
pull the
to-
door across with us.
What I do want to do, most definitely, is I want to find something sturdy and make sure the secret door does not close on us. Like, make sure it's jammed in so it doesn't close on. That's what I at least want to do.
Okay. What's something sturdy that you want to use?
While he's doing all that, I'm literally stripping down.
Okay. Yeah, you're taking your armor off and
I'm
everything.
taking my armor off. I'm
Okay.
putting all my stuff in my. Well, you can't put the armor in the bag. It's just not enough space. But I'll have the bag of my shit,
Right.
my
And
armor. The only thing I'm going to take across is my hammer.
A crate and maybe some of the pieces of the door that fell off on the way, bringing it over here and stuff like that.
Okay. It's not going to be super strong, but sure, you can jam it with as much as you can.
Okay.
Okay.
Slide across the surface with your weapon.
No,
So
I'm
you're
going
gonna-
across the door.
You take all your gear and walk across the door.
Yep.
Okay. Or are you going to try to jump the door to land on the pedestal?
Oh no, I'm gonna go across the door.
Okay. Door creaks, pops a bit as you step on it. Seems to hold your weight.
Okay.
Seems a little unstable.
It-
Given, yeah, it jiggles a bit. Give me a agility test.
As soon as it starts to jiggle, I'm going to try to grab the door and
hold it?
stabilize
Okay.
Yeah.
71.
Okay.
Just
You
straight
ma-
agility, right?
Yeah.
Not dodge or.
No. Unless you have like, unless there's like a
Athletics.
I have athletics.
athletics. So I'll go with that.
Athletics. Oh,
Yeah.
can I
well,
roll
sa-
again for that
no,
one?
same skill. Just use your athletics bonus.
Oh, gotcha.
They're both agility.
Yeah, it's already using your agility. All you're doing is adding your training for athletics.
81.
81. Okay. So you get over to the central pedestal, a bit shaky, but you're able to do it.
Does the pedestal feel solid?
Yes.
I'll hold it on this side.
And I'll come across.
And I'll hold it on.
There we go.
Yeah,
Okay. Now
there we
it's
go.
going to be pretty crowded for 2 people on that narrow pedestal.
Well, then you hold it for him,
Yeah.
Hey, sailor.
and I'll go ahead
You
and
wanna
jump,
guard the
jump
entrance?
Okay,
over.
you jump over to the other side.
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing.
Give me a
this
simple
entire time.
athletics check.
I still have the two-handed
Oh yeah.
hand.
113.
Okay, so first let me
Skip
get rid of
across.
this.
You
I mean, it's
Okay.
actually not that
So
big
you're
of a
on the
deal.
other side at this point.
Yeah.
I do not pull my weapons
Okay.
only because when he goes across, I'm gonna make sure he doesn't
Try to
fall
catch him?
backwards or whatever. I
Okay.
need free hands for that.
Okay.
He goes, I'm behind you. No.
Do you want me to
And
toss
then-
your gear across once you get across?
So it accidentally falls.
I don't
in.
think you're going to be able to throw the gear 20 feet.
Okay, I'll make sure it's safe.
No, like, what about
I'll make sure it goes through your next of kin when you die.
what?
So I have my normal clothing on.
Okay.
Normal clothing has pockets, right?
Sure.
I'm gonna take a healing draught
Okay.
and I'm gonna shove it in one of my pockets just in
Okay.
case.
Okay.
And take my hammer,
Okay.
whatever help mechanism I have to, and
Taking your hammer, your clothing, and a healing draught.
yep.
Okay.
So I weigh as little as possible.
Which is how much?
Whatever. What's human body weight?
8.
Eight. So 8
Whatever your
plus
hammer
whatever
is.
the hammer weighs.
Cavalry.
What'd your hammer say?
Holy
Well, it's on your equipment.
I'll look at
You
it.
said it was 2 of them.
I thought it was 8.
It weighs as much as a human being.
The cavalry hammer is like really heavy.
I have it right here, actually.
A cavalry hammer?
I have the shopping list, so.
I thought it was. I thought you and I determined it was the
The
Warmatic.
Yeah, but you're looking at the Warhammer
Oh
stats
yeah.
for it.
Oh yeah, that's not the cavalry hammer. Warhammer, yeah, that one.
I don't have that list on me.
Looking
I have it right here.
I got rid of
Well, if
it.
all you have is the hammer, even if it's 4, it's not an issue.
What is
Okay.
it? A warhammer?
It's
Yeah.
4.
I see 3.
I say 3. So 11.
Sure.
11.1.
Either way, give me a basic athletics check. Or, athletics check is to go across the door.
And I'm holding the door.
86.
Okay, no problem. And then you want to jump the remaining distance?
I mixed it up, Carter.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And hey, if I start to fall, catch me.
I mean,
Oh,
okay.
I missed.
Oh, darn.
Hey!
Oh god, even gooder.
He goes to reach
100
and
and
grabs the hammer
6.
off the hill.
106? Okay. Yeah, the 2 of you are on the other side at this point.
Immediately pull my weapons.
Okay?
Would you
Yeah,
like
Oh
pull my
me?
hammer.
Would you like me to come
Okay.
across?
No, we got this.
Okay.
If we turn out not to be strong enough to pull it,
Yell everything that you see across so I could use lore checks.
Dad, how
Squiggly
many
line.
bodies in
Squiggly
total
line.
do I count around on this side of the room,
About a dozen.
including the dozen in the hallway?
There was half a dozen in the hallway.
Okay. Good dozen undead zombies.
How-
Right
how-
when you pull the
How about you gather the bodies and you tie them up?
or throw
With the
them
rope.
on. And
I don't have rope.
Or yeah, just throw them in.
You should
Rope in my stuff.
You should pull
There you
the
go.
door across.
Grab Thad's rope and tie him up.
pile them up and burn them.
Tie a bunch of corpses up. I mean, I get it, because I'm afraid of these damn things reanimating, but...
Hey, we're good on our side.
Can
of
I?
the
Alright,
bridge.
Just
I'm
pick
gonna
'em
walk
and
up this
throw 'em in the
side,
Crystal Lake.
keeping an eye out for traps.
Okay, so the
No,
2.
I doubt there's any.
You guys are going over that
also
way.
want me to?
Yep.
Do what?
Tie up the undead bodies,
Is there anything notable about that pillar as we're walking by?
possibly.
You
Wolfhead
could throw 'em in the
style.
Crystal
No,
Lake.
the pillars are more of a wavy pattern.
Like water.
Yeah, all 4 of the bronze pillars or whatever.
Does this have Sigmarite or Ulrich style
Ulrich.
architecture?
The architecture is
here.
Ulrich.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so they're heading upstairs. What are you doing, if anything? I mean, if your plan is to tie up the bodies, it's going to take some time.
No.
You're not going to get very far, depending on what they end up doing.
I would honestly start and do it.
You gonna go
Fine.
get the steak?
I'll
So you
start-
you have a rope.
Yeah, I'm
No,
going
hit it
to
in the
get
wall.
his rope from his bag.
Okay. For a 50-foot rope, you have approximately enough to tie up 10 bodies.
So, and
Okay.
a dozen's about 12.
Yeah.
About
10's better than none.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will be studying the ornate pillar and looking for ancient warnings or stuff like that.
Okay.
Don't approach the altar. Yeah, now.
Okay.
And while
Because I'm just now thinking about it. It's like, oh, we should
And
probably check for warnings.
Minus is unconscious on the ground. What's Anders doing?
That's me.
That's you. You're over there tying up bodies in the hallway.
Yeah, and
And Dip, what are you doing?
Since I'm already guarding the hallway, I guess I'll help him tie them up as well.
Okay, so the two of you are working on tying up the old bodies. Okay.
And while I'm doing so, I'm gonna disarm
prepared.
and unarmor them.
Okay.
I'm
Like,
gonna.
so,
Is that
Stripping them naked.
Are you-
Lord.
are you tying these bodies up individually? Or are you tying them together?
Together.
Oh, together.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
I'm gonna do
So
it.
when they animate, they have to be one big bundle and
Yeah.
walk towards us.
I'm gonna do it to where I'm like, kind of splitting my focus to where I'm still looking up and making sure nothing's going down the hallway, but I'm also.
Okay.
And so I can.
So
I can maximize my
you're
spell
keeping an
back.
eye on other things, moving slowly to disrobe the dead bodies. You're taking armor and weapons off and so forth, and attempting to tie up the bodies. So you're not going to get very far, depending on what they end up doing. On the northern side of the room, there's two more of those pillars, the bronze ones. Like I said, they have a flowing design to them. You head up the stairs to here. No sign of any traps or anything else.
That is where I will stop.
Okay. You stop there specifically. Now, you see several different things. One, on the wall here is a pattern carved into the wall that sort of looks like a tree. Maybe a fountain, something like that. Sort of has like a narrow stalk, and then it opens up at the top. Okay. The spike is impaled near the base of the tree. Okay. Looks like it's anchored in maybe an inch or so, not very far. And there is a crack that goes across the pattern. The entire pattern itself looks like an inset stone in the wall. It doesn't look like it's part of the wall itself, like it was brought here or crafted afterwards, after the architecture. Okay. On the ground in front of it is remnants of armor and a large battle axe laying on the ground, carved with intricate designs and so forth. Okay, amongst a blackened char mark on the ground.
Does that?
Hold on.
And then we start combat music.
That's.
It's almost X-Files-y.
Yeah. And investigative music.
So, continue.
Directly, or a little bit closer to you, is a pile of what looks like religious vestments, heavily charred and burned. All sorts of things like religious blessings and various trinkets and holy symbols and things like that, all of a Sigmarite theme, okay, amongst a charred mess on the ground. Okay, there is a pouch plus a handful of, like I said, the religious items.
Does the battle axe remind him of his vision as what was used by Borgar?
Yes.
Okay.
Is he using the wrong tool? Should have used a hammer.
No. In the vision, the Sigmarite priest hit the nail.
Oh, gotcha.
There's
Sorry.
no sign of the hammer.
Okay. Theology check. Though I don't really expect the GM to give me such a clear answer on this. Because I wouldn't. Did the breaking ritual that the possibly fake Sigmarite priest initiate by spiking this tree of life symbol complete? Or
I don't know.
I hate this kind of shit. Okay. Do I hammer it in further and complete whatever it was, or pull the spike out?
In your vision, was this river of death?
It wasn't, was it? This place was pristine.
Yes.
It was pristine, but they were talking about breaking a curse. So, what curse were they trying to break? How long in history? How long has the Skaglands been this desolate?
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
As long
been
as
a
you
desolate shithole.
as long as you can remember.
Yeah, but my knowledge of the local histories.
I don't know what
Hey, you're.
What you-
I'm gonna yell at him.
He wakes you up for whatever you're doing.
Yeah, that's how my dude was. I was just like sleeping over there
Just how
observing.
it
How
says,
long
don't
has
you
the
yell at him.
Skaglands been a shithole?
Each of you give me a local knowledge roll or
Does-
empire
does
knowledge.
my map book help?
No,
Okay.
the
Rank-
book of
rank-
drawings in your
rank-
bat book.
rank-
What?
Reichler?
Reichland, yeah.
Reichland War? Okay.
No.
Skaglands is from Borderlands.
Oh, yeah.
The Skags are.
111?
Okay.
I got like really high. I got a 142.
Was that open-ended?
No, I got an 86. I
From,
have a super high
I mean,
intelligence.
from your knowledge, I mean, you haven't really studied it necessarily, but going back at least 5-6 generations, there's never been anything different here. It's always been known as a desolate place. You remember some stories, ancient times, before Sigmar, that this used to be regular forest. Okay.
Was.
Used to be a forest.
All right. Your knowledge of
It would have
Magic.
been at least several hundred years prior.
Several hundred years prior.
okay, your knowledge of magic. If you were gonna, how do I put this? Do you think pulling the spike out will
Stone, nailing this forward.
fix a broken spell of fertility or anything like that?
I'm even trying to figure out what you're trying to ask.
If I pull the spike out,
Do you think it'll break the spell?
no. My thought is this. The fertile, this area used to be fertile. This Sigmarite priest, who I think wasn't really a priest, convinced Ulrich's followers that he needed to drive this holy relic of Sigmar into this
Careful.
thing, which may have been some symbol of fertility or whatever for the area, or open a corruption, something like that. And if I pull this out, will this naturally heal the area?
Is the spike a metal spike or is it a
Yes.
green spike?
It's an iron spike.
It's an iron spike. Okay. When you first explained it, you described it more like a green crystal.
No.
No, green
No.
crystal's coming out now.
He's always
Where-
used it as like an iron spike.
Well, yes. When you were
It's-
describing the room, though, I thought he
No,
described.
where the spike is breaking the symbol, there's a crack, and there is what looks like a crystallized sap, which is a green crystal, coming out of the crack around the spike.
It's the
What's
tree
my
sap.
hammer doing? Now that I'm right up next to the.
Looking impressive.
Is your hammer
What
in
is
the
this
vision?
hammer doing
His
while
da-
we're right up here?
His,
Yeah, that's a good point.
his hammer is nice and bright.
Is your-
Nice.
Was
Right.
my hammer the hammer used by the priest?
No.
No,
Okay, thank God.
I tried.
Similar design in that as far as religious.
So, do you think that the priest was destroyed because he was a false priest and couldn't complete it, or do you think he was a chaos that wanted to destroy this tree? We pull it out. Yeah, if it's sap,
Yeah.
trees heal themselves with sap by covering the wound.
That's what I'm
Or
wondering. yeah.
maybe there's
Yeah.
gear on the platform that we
Hold
can
on.
tell whether
Nature-
or not
nature check.
there's a fake or not.
Nature check.
Like
Yeah.
a pouch.
Yeah. that-
Sap cures tree wounds. Just so you know.
I'm gonna.
Sorry, I keep forgetting that I'm not this person with the thing, so I'm sorry. I want to make sure.
I'm gonna take a minute to actually examine the Sigmarites.
You gonna move up and examine it, or stay where you're at?
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna move up to where I thought
Okay.
you said he was right next to where we were.
No,
standing.
they're in the middle, right in front of the symbol.
Oh yeah, I'll walk up there.
Okay. So you head up to the
I
cigarette.
honestly thought I had moved up to the platform.
Okay. Give me a religion check.
Nail in the floor.
114.
Okay. Like I said, he is his religious vestments mark him as a high-ranking, well-decorated religious figure.
Mhm.
However, As you poke at them and look at them, you realize that although most commoners wouldn't necessarily recognize it, many of them have flaws here and there. Like they're not real.
So, somebody did a really good job of impersonating.
That would be a logical conclusion.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
And no body, just vestments.
Just vestments and a pouch.
I'm going to open the pouch.
Okay. Pouch is filled with gold coins.
Ooh,
Somebody got paid.
it's fake.
How old are the gold coins?
Look to be maybe 300 years old from the stamp on them.
Okay.
Okay.
Put that in my pocket.
Okay.
Anything else of note on him?
On him, no.
Okay. I'm going to take a picture of him to prove to the Sigmarite priest.
We have Giselda with drawing skill. You can draw it.
Oh my goodness.
Man, I know what I
Yeah.
wanted to
You're
do.
sitting there looking at the pillar. She's relating everything that they're doing, like directly to you. Say, yeah, they just picked up something. They looked inside. I don't know what it is, but it looked important. They took it. They put it in their pocket.
I'm going to go over to the poor Ulrich priest now.
Okay.
And examine
Wolfgar?
Wolfgar.
Okay.
Examine Wolfgar's remains.
Yep, there is remnants of a plate armor, bits of a wolf hide cloak, enough to recognize it, but not that's any
Is the
usability.
armor ruined as well?
Yeah, armor's ruined,
Dude, put it on.
and there is a large battle axe laying amongst the
Battle
pile.
axe looks okay though.
Battle axe looks like it is ready for battle.
All right, I'll pick up the battle axe
Okay.
and I'll actually say a prayer for the Ulrich priest.
Okay.
Are you trying to knock it off, or are you trying to knock it? Oh, you took it.
He took
I
the
took
axe.
it.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
I,
was-
thought you were lifting it up to hit the spike. I want to know what you're doing. Are you hammering it in or pulling it out?
So the sarcophagus upstairs resembles.
Mhm.
Oh man, is there enough remains for us to carry out?
There's no remains.
There's no remains,
Right.
just
That's
His
kind of
armor,
odd.
His
stuff like
gear.
that.
Bring his gear to
There's the remnants of his armor, his wolf cloak, and his axe. That's the only thing left other than a black smudge on the ground.
okay. When
So-
you say remnants, is there enough that we could gather up and like
Sure.
in turn?
Sure.
Okay.
So I never answered his question or did any of that when he yelled over.
Uh-huh.
Could I do a check, maybe, about curses and stuff like that? What it would typically be?
Do you have a sack or anything?
There's nothing specific as such with that.
I have a backpack.
I mean, you guys are going to have to interpret it based on what you know.
Well, if it's just
Take it
remnants,
out.
His cloak.
Take out the nail.
Oh, take on the nail.
Take out the nail.
Okay.
I will. I'll get to it.
So
Don't
his,
trust you.
the cloak in the
You're
remnants
way too
of,
excited
of
about that.
Wolfgar.
Uh-huh.
How much?
I'm in the
I mean,
blast
battle
radius
axe
too.
I can look up, but remnants.
Sure.
Okay. I just want to.
Not a significant amount. I mean, it's not usable. It's recognizable as armor and clothing.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I just want to. We're talking about bringing it back and taking it up and then turning it
Mm-hmm.
in the coffin. So I want to make sure I'm not like falling in that river because I got it.
Okay.
That's all.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
True name.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've got a backpack. I just.
All right. We're gonna scoop up homeboy's remains.
Okay.
Not the priest.
His cloak. You've got his
Man.
battle axe.
Yeah, I don't.
And what about the Priest of Sigmar?
Yeah, but I don't think he's real, right?
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
No. I've had too many intuitions at this point that this guy's not real.
You tell me that isn't real.
I don't think he is.
I urinate on his.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I'm gonna stop as soon as he pulls his dick out.
Okay.
No.
Hey,
No.
you have a sack now.
Oh my gosh.
That's what I'm trying to figure out as far.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to figure out as far as
Because
Pull the whole
he
twig and
told
berries
me.
out?
Oh, no.
Because he told me that it was not.
he claims
it's
that he
readily
claims that it's not a real priest. Now the question I have for him is how certain are you of that?
I'm pretty certain.
If you're burying the follower of Ulrich and leaving behind the priest of Sigmar.
I would say the context clues imply that he wasn't legit.
Okay. And that's fine, whatever your interpretation is.
Right.
The
Well, it
gods
depends on
will
what
judge
happens.
you based on reality.
It depends. No, see, there's far too many context clues to imply that this guy was,
I'm not
was
disagreeing.
corrupted.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying, the reality is what Sigmar judges based on.
Sure,
Because
and
he doesn't
reality
know.
is what my character would perceive.
Sure.
And I've had a vision where Homeboy took a holy relic of Sigmar and drove it into this thing, which ended up potentially corrupting everybody, killing everybody in the process.
So you stop
So-
me? Will you stop me? Or are you done?
Yeah, I'm gonna stop you.
Okay, alright.
Like, look,
I'm not going to fight him to do it. but-
I'm 90% there, but that last 10%.
You get that 10%, you let me know.
The question
No.
is, how did he get the relic?
That's another question I already had in my mind. But dude,
Yeah.
who knows?
He probably stole
We'll
it
never
for
know.
free.
This was
It
hundreds
could
of
just
years
be like a regular nail, for all we know.
Yeah, probably not. So, is there a way within the religion to bless his remains where they are and leave them?
The Priest of Sigmar?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I will do that. I'll go that far for this man.
Okay.
Is there any identifying marks on him,
Yeah.
like specific, a badge or
Well, you know he was.
parchment,
My name
like
is
a prayer
Bob.
parchment or anything that would signify who he was?
Your
There
vision
are
says
there are a
no.
lot of prayer parchments and blessings and things like that,
Right.
but they're not named or anything,
Okay.
anything along those lines.
So nothing specific to set
Nothing
him
that
apart.
identifies him as such.
But
At least
your vision
nothing.
said Ulbrich, so I mean,
Yeah. Okay.
if nothing else.
I'm gonna go over and just stare at him while I do this.
Okay.
Grab the iron spike.
Okay.
Okay.
Feels cool to the touch.
Do I see any reaction
And while I'm holding
to
it,
the,
yeah. Go ahead.
the sap around the thing when he does it? Nothing in
No.
the wall changes. Okay.
Nope.
While he does it, I'm gonna hold this and I'm gonna do a holy vision while I do it.
Okay. What's your holy vision?
That would be my praise skill, 52.
Okay. You don't get a vision, but you feel thirsty.
Moist.
Wait.
This
There's
spike dries up with the water. That's why there's clay everywhere. This was a giant reservoir. And
You're
it
gonna-
was flooding, and then here Ulrich wanted to. The followers wanted to lower the water level because their temple had been flooded.
I pull the spike out.
Give me a strength roll.
can I maybe
Critical
roll
fail. You're
that?
failing yourself on this.
Wait, no, I'm still tying up on it.
You start magically warping into the spike.
127.
Okay.
No, 128.
You put
No,
both hands.
127. I'm sorry, 127.
One of those. You put both hands on the spike. Give it a tug. It pops out surprisingly easily. As it does so, several things happen. Okay.
I hate it when the several things happen.
Several things
Every
happen.
time we play one of these games, and several things happen,
That's bad.
usually like 4 out of the 5 of them are bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first thing is the crystal sap almost immediately fills in and then fades away,
Interesting.
leaving a unblemished stone pattern on the wall. Okay. The river of green similarly fades and starts to die down in color. Okay. There is a strong cold breeze that comes out from the pattern on the wall, blasts across the room, leaving everybody dry and parched. The 4 pillars all go dark,
Okay.
and that's it.
So, feel thirsty?
Is the
Yes.
breeze continually going?
No, just a single blast.
You've unleashed
The,
We
uh,
need to leave
I-
now.
I want to
feel
take
like
my water
something
flask out and take a drink.
It's empty.
It's empty. Are the casks empty?
We left them upstairs.
Now, He said we were carrying with us down here.
I don't know who was carrying them, but
I thought we left them upstairs.
Well,
How
we
ready
were
they were.
upstairs.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's they're
Anybody have any water in their flask?
no.
Can I check mine?
I checked mine.
they're all empty.
Can I check my fine brandy?
This is the curse.
Right.
It's dry.
No,
just let it
I was
loose?
saving that to bribe a guard.
No, the curse is the
Maybe
desolate
this
thing
binded
that's
the
supposed-
curse
Oh.
down here.
This is supposed to. There's got to be
We're
a
gonna
different
walk-
way. So
We're gonna walk outside all
the
the
river
and the river's gonna be
dries
gone.
up, is gone.
It's not drying up. The greenish glow is starting to fade.
Is it going back to water then? It looks
No.
like. It's just turning into clear crystal.
It's turning into sort of a dark gray sludge. Still looks solid, but you can't really tell.
I feel like we should put
I
that
start
back.
shouting out that we should.
It's too late. If I hammer it in the way
Yeah.
he did, it's gonna kill us all.
I say we should start heading out.
The stone was a relief that was placed in afterwards. It's not part of it. It looks. In the beginning, you said it was.
It's something that was added to the construction during build rather than carved out of the natural wall.
Gotcha.
Okay, but it's not like just sitting there.
Like we weren't going to be able to pull it out of there.
Probably not.
I think we're on a time limit.
Does this spike? Is it actually like the spike of Aquinas or the nail of Aquinas?
I don't know. Is it? You don't have any sense about it. It's a cool to the touch iron spike.
I mean, honestly, I'm basically all metal. Playful to the touch.
I mean, if
Most
you had
times.
somebody who could sense artifacts,
If only.
maybe they could tell you. But
Yeah. Okay.
If
I
only
think
we
we-
had someone like that.
I think we've done what we can.
Yes, kill
We either tried to destroy this symbol.
Ben, in the distance, from somewhere, you hear the sound of metal scraping on stone.
Oh,
I immediately
Do I
let
hear it?
him and the rest of the group.
Somewhere from the south.
I shout out, "There's metal scraping."
Right. We just
Help!
pulled metal out
It's
of the wall.
it's malicious scraping.
It's delicious.
I'm immediately going.
What's delicious?
After telling
Malicious.
them metal scraping is coming, I am going to immediately draw my shield and axe. Like,
Okay, you get your
I'm
shield and
ready
axe
for
I
out.
get behind him and put my hands on his shoulders, using him as a shield.
Okay.
and I'm going to slowly just start backing up. No, not backing up, but going to the left where everybody else is over here.
Dun, dun, dun.
While we feel thirsty and our water's gone, do we see any other effects? Like, is our skin getting tight? Are we? I mean,
Maybe
eyes-
slightly
eyes
itchy.
Getting itchy.
Yeah, maybe.
Fuck. It's really
So
dry.
do we destroy it or do we? I don't know.
Then we spread it.
Come here.
Is the green crystal stuff still there?
Yeah.
Just go across
Just
the
go
door.
across the bridge.
I'm not that athletic as you guys.
I'll go up to the edge so when he gets there, I can grab a hold of him.
Soldier, should we go across the bridge?
Okay.
I don't think so.
Giselle and Erda move up to the bridge.
I
So
can't.
you're gonna
Scary.
now. Nobody's holding the door
Do you,
at this point.
I can't.
do you have a rope? You have your rope still, or whatever? Who's got the rope?
No, it's tied up to dead bodies.
George, I'll run over. I'll run over. I'll run over and I'll hold the bridge down so you can get across, George.
He's holding the bridge.
I'm holding the bridge down.
Oh, the scraping sound seems to be coming from the south. Seems to be getting closer.
Sure,
It's getting closer.
sure. So
Rather-
he's holding it.
You're gonna hold
Yes,
the
I'm
hold
holding
it.
And
Okay.
I'm on the other side to catch him if he
Sure.
starts to stumble.
I got 3 fortunes. I can do it.
Hey Dad, can you back
Giselle.
us up to where he is?
Okay. So you move over there.
The still numb, painful legs.
I'm
We made it
conscious.
across with like 70s and 80s.
Did you?
Yeah.
I got a 86.
You'll be fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait,
Are you coming across or are you staying over there?
I don't
So
know.
what'd you get?
86.
Okay. So you get over to the pedestal. You're gonna jump from there, or are you gonna do something else? He's standing right now. George is standing on the centerpiece here.
Yeah, and I'm on the edge to
Ready
with
to
my
catch
hands
me?
free, ready to help you.
Okay.
I shout out
Another
minus.
athletics.
The light from the hallway goes out.
The candle.
Yeah, I am
He has the candle.
I have a candle in my hand.
Right.
That
That
I
one's
set
still,
next
that
to-
one's still going. Although you do notice that the wax is melting.
The candle is melting. It wasn't before. I shout at Minus that he needs to go across.
Minus is
unconscious.
unconscious.
Why are you asleep?
Because
I just
pain.
So you're gonna try to jump over?
Yep.
Okay.
With him ready to catch me. So
Okay.
athletics.
I chose the right choice.
Athletics.
Go for it.
I also feel like you should have hit it.
I got a.
What's
That
your,
was the
what's
I
your
got a
total
90.
A 90? Okay. You jump over to the other side.
It's athletics.
37.
Okay.
Okay.
I have a higher
Giselle says,
athletics than
"Do you want me to go over too? I'm a good jumper. I can get there. I bet I could do it. You could do it. I could do it too.
No, you're not. Ben, you pick up.
I've seen many people jump. I bet I could do it.
Carry
That
him
door
to the
looks
bridge.
stable with him
I'll
holding
hold
it.
it for you. You guys.
You want me to go over there? Or you want me to stay here?
The weight
Is this
might
the
not.
nail?
Stay over there for now.
Okay.
His
Um,
armor.
does it see the radiate magic?
So we're just gonna
Yeah.
leave him?
No.
I would like to try the
Try
do detect
drag
artifact
him
on it.
over
to
to
see
you.
Yeah, it radiates fairly strong magic.
with the detect
Put him behind the
artifact,
pillar.
it's a blind intuition check
You
to see
hide
what
him
it
behind the pillar.
does,
Move him to bed.
Okay.
And then
or its
Oh.
purpose or stuff like that.
You dead? Sorry.
What's your intuition?
39.
39? Not sure what it does.
It's a steak. It's magical.
You dead?
Just don't eat it.
so Ben's gonna drag Minus behind one of the pillars and hide
Yeah,
him.
like over here.
And then I'm assuming I'll hold
look
it
at
while
that
you
thing
go
and see if
across.
you can figure out what it
Understand, his
What
armor
thing?
is incredibly
The
heavy.
inscription up here.
I
Let's
understand.
see
I'm
if
not
it's
going
a
across with
curse,
him. He's
like I
putting
just
behind a pillar,
reinstated a
not taking
curse, and I need to go break it, or
There's no
Okay,
clearer
so what are you
than
gonna
it
do?
is.
I'm gonna go investigate the seal up top.
Okay. You sure I don't want to go? I don't need to go with you. I can be of assistance. I'll take
oh my
notes.
God, woman, shut up!
But I need to learn.
She doesn't get to listen to us. She has to listen to him.
You want her to stay where she is?
Call down Sigmar's twin-tailed comet on
I
her.
mean, I might be able to.
She doesn't have a lot.
Hang on,
That's the
hang on.
thing.
I might be
You-
able
it's up to
go
you.
onto
Paul,
here
you're gonna
and then
you're gonna
toss
catch her if she
across.
falls.
But you
and
have a
you're holding the
real, you're
bridge.
really heavy with all your armor on. He
Carter,
took his
Are
armor.
you holding the bridge?
Yes,
I
I'm
have
holding the
16.
bridge.
And you're ready to catch her?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try to get her across. She has 4 fortune. That's fine.
It's okay. I'm
She
ready.
gets her own fortune.
Yeah, she gets
Nice.
her own fortune
Nice.
points.
Okay.
I never use fortune and stuff, so it's like, well, might as well use that. Yeah, she definitely used it with a 9. So
Okay.
I grew up by her hair.
so that is a it's agility. So that is a 74.
Okay. She gets over to the central pedestal
Okay.
and then skips across to jump with Milton, hopefully catching her.
Okay.
And that would probably be an inner fortune.
That'd be 2 so far.
How much were you without your armor?
That would
12.
that
Where's
is
my hammer on
a
I have 16.
agility.
So probably right now around
That's
15 or 16.
that's like a
with both weapons.
that's a
D6.
74.
It's
74?
Yeah, me and
Okay.
you probably weigh about the same.
So
right
she
now.
jumps over to the other side and then rushes up to assist you.
Okay.
Take notes.
Awesome.
Okay. So meanwhile, you are securing Minus behind the pillar. And then what are the two of you doing?
Okay, so
Is he gonna go for it?
Never mind, we have to
Should
get back
I
across, but
go
I
that's why
would
she
say
still
you
has
would-
2 more fortunes.
I would say you weigh a lot, and I should probably go first just in case you accidentally break it. Because then we have
But
one
then-
more person on.
But then who's holding
Was the
the?
candle?
It doesn't need
Who's
to be
holding the
held,
green?
Okay.
and he already has
What?
a
Was it a
decent high.
green candle
And you
he
got a
was
good
holding,
athletics.
or a regular candle?
He's a
Okay.
37.
Him?
Yeah.
A green.
I have a 41.
Okay.
That's not a bad
I'm
thing.
going across,
That may have
Ben's
been
holding
a
it.
work
Okay.
magic kind of.
May have been. we also had
92.
the circle
Okay.
up top too.
You get to the center.
And then I'll jump
Which is
over to
probably
Milton.
I'll help. Yep.
Okay.
Is that another
Whatever was up
athletics?
there
Yep.
got released.
Maybe.
124.
No problem. Dip gets over there without any difficulty.
Other side.
Now, how much total
yeah.
did you weigh? I don't expect very much.
9.6.
He's leather.
Okay. You gonna go over too?
Okay, so Milton.
Bring
is
my
he-
stuff.
Now keep in mind, all of his stuff is still laying at your feet there.
Yeah, dude. Here, start.
He's gonna weigh like 20 total.
No. We can belay it over
We don't have a rope. They tied up all the bodies with it.
with my rope.
Yes.
Yeah. The sound of metal is, you can hear it in the hallway. You can't see what's making it, but there sounds like metal on stone
Okay,
moving down the
minus-
hallway slowly.
We can hear it on our side, you think?
Yeah, at this point everybody can hear it.
I'm gonna
Just
go
get across.
around.
I have
Is
his
cross.
he-
I have a stick
is
if you
he
need it.
hidden? Minus?
Like a staff.
Yes, you
Yeah.
hid him behind the
But it
pillar.
wouldn't be long enough, would it?
It had.
Okay.
Well, here's what I can
Oh, I
do.
have
probably.
weapons. That's
I'm
not a
only-
problem.
I'm only 9.6. I can grab like your torso piece and bring it over with me.
But then you gotta
Breastplate.
jump back across and then jump back across.
Yeah, you already jumped across.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
I'm pretty athletic. I have a plus 41.
If you give me my breastplate, it takes me from AC1 to AC17, so that would make me very happy.
how much does the breastplate weigh?
A couple. I
Yeah,
can't
he
imagine
should
super
be able
heavy.
to carry that.
It'd
Okay.
probably be
I'm
about
fine
the same as a
I'll
weapon.
try and go
can,
back.
Can he say he tried to take it with him, or do you want to
No.
Okay.
We left it there. So are you gonna go across, or are you gonna wait for him to get some stuff?
I'm waiting for him to come back, grab the stuff.
Okay.
I am like,
So I'm assuming that if you get to the pedestal, he can toss you some stuff. You can toss it to Milton.
Okay.
Okay.
That sounds like a plan.
That's the easiest way to get stuff across.
yeah, that's what we're doing.
I reversed
So
that.
You gotta make that one jump.
sure, you pick. What are you gonna grab first? He has his pack. He has his armor,
That's
and
it.
Get the coin.
Okay.
I'll toss the torso.
the chest piece.
Yeah.
Okay.
I grabbed the chest
So
piece.
you toss the chest piece. As you do, you see some movement in the darkness.
And we see a bundle of undead, all tied up.
Shuffle.
Oh shoot, they got bows.
Whoa.
You see a couple followers of Ulrich dressed in torn, ratty clothing with desiccated mummy-like skin on their body. They're wielding battle axes that they're sort of dragging lazily behind them. They're obviously dead. As they come in, they sort of look up at you, let out a low howl, and then start moving forward.
Do they
Should I
have
leave your
holes in their
pack?
head where are they the ones I stabbed in the head, do I think?
It's hard to tell.
Okay.
Certainly in the darkness and gloom and everything.
Is there a bundle of them walking towards us?
No, not currently. Okay.
They're all going in opposite directions. They can't go anywhere.
Hey, AoE efficiency.
Mm-hmm.
You bundle them all up into one square,
Fireball.
and then you fireball them.
Okay.
Most of them don't get a reflex
Well, what
save.
about my rope?
A rope's expendable. We are not.
I kind of want to
So
get
they went with
minus.
breastplate first, then? Is that what?
That's what they're currently passing over.
Should have went with the backpack. Backpack gets the coin.
Backpack has everything.
Yes.
He's got
I shoved everything
he's
in the
got
backpack.
coin. He's got coin too. He's just found some.
Minus.
Okay,
Why did
so
you
go
have
ahead
to
and start
walk
rolling
across?
initiative.
Okay,
Wow,
what's
initiative.
initiative?
10.
I?
It's a
It's-
D10 plus your initiative
Yes.
score.
Initiative is I. Right? So,
I got a
wait,
36.
D10.
And then the other lady got a 35.
That's a total
The other
of
lady, not Giselle.
Yeah, Giselle. Yes.
41.
It's what happens when I have to keep track of two characters.
41.
37.
37. That's it. I thought you had higher.
Well, I can take higher, but if I want. Oh, I get automatic another 20. Sorry.
That's what I thought. I was
57. Yeah,
So
no.
get the
It's like
Carter.
don't you usually get like a
41.
plus 20 to beat
41.
everyone?
sad.
Since I have something that lets me go first.
42.
Yeah, roll initiative.
William.
I did.
That's why you're a duelist.
43.
Part of the duelist.
43. Okay.
Quick draw.
Yeah.
Andy, you are the first to react as they
Surprising.
break into the gloomy light.
I'll take the armor from Dip and,
Okay.
and hand it over to the
Okay.
Hank.
Hand it over to him.
Yep.
He starts frantically strapping it on.
Try not to fall
Shouldn't
in.
take very long. It's just a breastplate.
Okay, tie the buckles.
Basically,
That's what
bolted
Giselle's
down.
for. She's
Basically
buckling them
football.
up.
Giselle's taking notes with him.
Right,
Yeah.
she's taking notes
Okay.
of him buckling.
I guess, don't worry, she can cast spells now, so it's
Good.
fine.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
It's going like a bottle rocket.
That's what we need.
Okay.
2 spellcasters fire get
William.
once over Warpstone.
What are you gonna do?
That's what we need.
He's unconscious.
You're gonna lay there unconscious? Okay.
Oh, wait, we left him?
Yeah?
We hit him.
I did it.
We didn't hit him.
Bad?
At least we hit his body.
You did hide his body.
Hey, I don't know what to tell you. I had to leave the donkey.
Oh man,
Thad,
that's
you-
worse than what I was gonna do. I was gonna fucking enchant my hammer and smash it on his head.
With that, you have your armor. I'm assuming you're gonna start putting it on?
Yep.
Okay, give me D4 rounds.
I would, you would
Just
do the
don't
medieval thing of,
snore.
of
Why
amputate
didn't
the
you
leg.
leave the
Pretty easy,
bodies?
real quick.
Okay, Carter.
One
I
round.
could have
I'm
handled
gonna-
the bodies.
I'm gonna call over for Thad's pack.
Does this round count then for that
It's
one?
Yeah,
a backpack.
yeah.
It's
But
not that
no, it's
important.
got tons of stuff.
It's
in
got lots of
Dude,
stuff.
it's got healing
He
draughts.
says, "Give me the
Oh.
backpack, man.
Oh,
Give me the backpack."
sorry. I
Give
know
me
it's
the
in the
Ben,
back.
Ben, what would you like
Can
to
I
do?
say I'm ready to throw it
Sure.
over for my
Torch
action?
rations.
I'm gonna throw it to him. The backpack.
Okay, you scoop up the backpack, toss it over to him. You in turn toss it over to you. Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Then George, you are
Oh.
studying the thing.
Yes, I will continue studying it.
Okay, you want to continue focusing?
Yep.
Giselle stares intently at what you're doing, learning everything. While chattering, said, "I think we might have some other guests coming in."
Worth the research.
Yes.
Do you have a silence spell?
She's
Silent.
She's so extra.
Ben, when you come across,
We really should have cleaned up.
Well, the thing is, she did get a last name. She has Oppenheimer as the last name.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah,
They're shambling. They can't figure it out.
Okay.
I have a bow.
The first of the creatures
Basically dead.
she's a
moves in. And moves up to Ben.
Oh, they're not slow. I thought you said they were shambling.
They were. As soon as they see you, they sort of look up, almost like they're in a daze, and then rush forward, raising the axe as they go. Their arms seem thin and almost skeletal, even though there's tight skin all over it. Their eyes give off a greenish glow that sort of flares to life as they spot you. Okay. What is your defense?
Okay, that's actually. Wait, my armor level or.
Your defense bonus.
This is the second round.
Your toughness
This is
plus
the first
your
round.
agility plus your dodge training minus
He went
60.
and got the bag and came back and then handed it out.
Well, no, his bag was right there.
Oh,
All you do is grab the bag and toss it.
okay.
So basically the only thing that's left is about, well, my
The
bow,
rest of
my-
your armor and the larger items.
Yeah, my crossbow.
You don't.
You don't need a weapon, ranged
I
weapon.
don't need a crossbow for this.
Agility,
The rest of my armor.
toughness, and.
I need to get a ranged weapon. Just a generic ranged
Well,
weapon.
there's two of them laying over there.
Well, he needs to toss them over.
I have a short bow and
I
a
really
crossbow.
don't. Defense
I'll only have a
bonus
13
is
skill in it, but still.
17, I'm sure, I believe it is. It would
Accuracy by
be
volume.
like 57 if I had my shield on.
You don't have your shield up.
Yeah.
You were throwing a bag.
But yeah,
So 17?
yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
That's
Okay.
about right. Mine's only 26.
Okay.
Mine's 4.
Yeah, but with my shield race, it's like a 57.
Yep. Okay, he's what armor type you in?
18.
18. Okay, he swings his axe, just barely missing you in a fairly clumsy strike. The other one moves up to here, charging across the room. And strikes you for 10 points of damage. Your armor protects you from any criticals.
So, in your wounds, 10 points.
Yeah. And I forgot a pencil.
Okay. Two others move into view in the hallway. And as they do so, their heads lift up, and you see greenish lights light up in their eyes, but that's all they can do
Laser
at this
eyes.
point. So we go to Andy.
So I will. We already tossed the bag over. I say, come on to
Dip.
dip. Helping him cross is an action.
Yeah, I mean, you can wait to help
Can I
them.
fire and use that as my move as action to help him?
Sure.
Okay. I pull my pistol. And I
Okay.
shoot the one
You scare him off his feet and he falls in the river.
to the east of him.
This one?
Yep.
Okay.
And what's that? 15 yards.
It's a good thing I have a bow.
149 is any armor or anything for them to take it down.
Any defensive bonus, you mean?
Yeah. Sorry.
Let's see. No.
Okay. What is their armor?
Armor is
55.
3.
9D.
Okay.
90 points.
9D, and then roll the.
This is ballistic.
Is that Tony
Okay.
Stark?
65.
65. Hip strike fractures his pelvis. He tries not to shimmy whenever he walks. He takes 15 extra hits. And has a penalty due to bone damage.
That's all that's left.
I will, and then I'll put away my gun and pull him across.
Okay. Give me a willpower save.
Oh, no, just
It's a 106.
106. Okay. Technically, I guess it would be a cool test if you have cool.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's a skill. Like
Right.
that's
It's based on willpower, so it's the same
Yeah.
thing, but
Right.
you get a bonus there for that.
but
a huge bonus.
108.
108? Okay.
slightly.
Realizing that they're undead, you feel a shiver of fear, but nothing that affects you currently.
Okay.
Oh, like literally undead are make you afraid.
Yes.
Yeah, these
Thad.
regular townspeople.
And then
I put on that armor.
Oh, okay. Yep. Your armor's on.
Okay.
Your breastplate. Your backpack is by your feet. Everything else is on the other side.
I'll just sling my backpack on
Okay.
and
Throw your hammer.
no, I'll pull out my two-handed hammer and
Okay.
Maybe they'll
do a.
distract
Oh,
me.
you know what? I'm gonna leave my backpack on the ground next to me. I'm gonna do a blessing.
Oh.
Sigmar, of course, but I'm gonna do a blessing of something. I have it pulled up, assuming it doesn't change pages on me.
Blessing of courage, maybe?
Come on. That's probably what I was gonna do. I was gonna look to see what options I had.
Okay. I don't know what the police options are.
It depends on which priest. Battle,
Uh,
courage, hardiness, might, protection, and righteousness.
Just look at the Ulrich one and find those. You'll be fine.
Yeah, but like everything else in this fucking book, it's not listed out properly. So,
Because everything else is cheating. Okay.
it's just the way they decided to organize shit is weird. I'm gonna do a blessing of courage.
Okay.
So now we haven't done this with the new system, really. I don't think.
Overcasting and stuff.
Yeah, success levels. Is that for everyone? I get over 100?
Yeah. We have been doing it with George.
Well, not for this. Okay.
Cast
Man, that makes
courage.
things much more difficult. Okay.
It's the most powerful
also-
spell.
I succeeded. I got a 109.
109 is just a success.
Just a success. So I will give that to who's across the water? Ben. I'll give it to Ben.
Okay.
Assuming the casting number is 0. That's just a success. But if it says like CN2, you
No,
need
it
to-
doesn't say anything
Oh,
like that.
I didn't. I
No,
never looked at them. So.
The way it works is for every 2 levels above success, right?
Okay.
You can either do a longer range, another target, or longer duration.
Yeah, that's what my spell things are for that, but I didn't know if there's like
What's
a
your dark?
success minimum you need to have.
Because all the lights
Yeah.
have gone out.
I don't know if this is gonna translate as well.
Okay.
But that would have been a failure in the other system. So
Okay, so
Got it.
I've adjusted the darkness for the fact that all the lights are out.
to include the lanterns. Or
Lanterns
is
are
it-
working fine.
okay.
They're the ones that are being shown.
All right. Awesome.
All the blue pillars are out. Are you able to see him?
I mean, it's right on the edge.
If you can see the figure, it's valid.
We can see all the figures.
Yeah, we can still see all the.
Even the
figures.
ones in the doorway?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh. Okay, fine.
He's not in the light circle,
He's not in the light circle, but
but we could see his figure.
yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure why it's not concealing that, but okay. I would say you're probably going to need to take at least a 5-foot step forward.
It's 2 yards.
Okay. A 2-yard step forward.
Can I?
Assuming you can do that, you're casting that on Ben.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Is
Okay.
that 6 rounds? Yours?
Yeah, it's 6
I just
rounds.
need the
So
other
for
one.
6 rounds, you have a +10 to your willpower.
Okay.
Well, that would be translated pretty quickly.
Carter.
That's pretty easy. You just add it.
Oh,
to the
I'm
skill.
sorry. Give me a cool test.
Da, 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 da. 77.
Okay. You are feared by the zombies.
Okay.
Okay. What that means, you can continue to make a test every round until you pass it. Until you do, you're suffering from a -20 on everything, and you may not approach them. If they approach you and can get to you, then you have to make another test or you become broken.
You break down.
So, would I have been on a -20 on that test?
No, no.
Okay.
It's as it's dawning on you that these creatures are there because they're coming out of the darkness, and now you're getting a better view of them.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's even more
Or you're
terrifying.
pretty scared. Can't believe this.
I know.
Carter, what were you gonna do?
Can't.
I'm gonna hop down
You're corrupted warrior
to
priest. So.
Milton.
You're gonna hop up.
Hop up.
Hop.
Yes.
I mean, you can hop down if you want.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Hops down, continues going
I'll
down.
hop
So
up
you're
to
gonna
Milton.
okay. Give me an athletics roll.
100 and
No problem.
okay.
And then what are you gonna do?
100, no problem.
And then I'm gonna put my knuckle dusters on.
Okay.
Want some zombies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brrr.
Ben.
Okay. I would like to go across the door,
Okay.
even though it's a little bit shaky.
Is this initiative tracker correct, or is this different initiative tracker?
Just get rid of that. We're not using that.
Shame.
Okay. I'm sorry. You said you're gonna go across. Give me an athletics roll.
I got 2 fortune, so I can use those if I fail. Wait, is that? Okay. 100. 6.
Okay. No problem. You get over to the centerpiece.
And then I'm going to hop over, basically between Dip and Milton, like right here.
Okay.
That's a long.
Wow.
Go ahead and roll.
I'm gonna grab a hold of him.
Sure.
Okay.
Bring his hefty self
I'm
up.
going to use 2 fortune if I roll back. And I am.
If you were just a sailor, it'd be fun.
Do I get any bonuses because they're helping me across?
Just tell me what your total is.
He's including.
Okay, that will maybe work. 94.
Okay. No
Yes.
problem. You're on the other side.
What you can also do with that is if you fail your next cool test, you can spend one of your resilience to ignore it for a
There you
while.
go. And then
Okay.
willpower, I'm assuming?
Yes. Cool.
And you have a plus 10.
Yeah, so
And a plus 10 because of your
Did I
of the
need to
blessing.
make one of those as well?
You did.
63.
Okay.
That's plus 63.
Nope, because you're a sailor.
Yep.
You're already cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got 40 and a 0 on the D10.
That's a 40.
I got a 98.
Okay, and then that'd be 103.
You have a 63. Cool.
You have
I have a 53. Cool.
Nice.
It's really
That's
high.
fine, yeah.
I have a
Okay.
high
Okay.
willpower.
So you're not scared of them.
That's
And
what I'm
not
saying. You
high
should probably.
54.
Well, I was gonna say.
I know. I'm
Never
trying to
mind.
calculate it. 47.
But if you
I rolled
didn't
a
have a plus
98.
10, I just
Wait.
gave
You
you.
rolled a 98.
145.
Okay. Technically, if you roll a 98, you roll again and add it, but it doesn't really matter because you're already over 100.
You're the coolest.
You are the coolest man.
Because you're a sailor.
Oh yeah, I deal with this every day.
He's over there eating spinach, just staring at the undead. I've seen this crap.
You pat
I've
the
seen
you
the
pat the
river
priest
crab.
on the back. Needn't worry, friend. I have it.
I've seen a river kraken,
I have a stick and a fist.
a mop, and a
I
knuckle
suppose when I get to the other side, I could call an alarm to the people upstairs doing nothing.
They're aware of it. Okay.
We're doing the
William, I'm going to skip over for now. So George,
At least.
Did I identify anything with the door yet?
give me a
Arcane?
sure.
Lore
Probably
Magic is
just
the.
stuff
Sure,
on the
lore
side
magic.
of it.
Oh, that's a 98. So you want me to roll again?
Sure.
Okay,
Minus
because we're already above the 150 scale. So
That's right.
Just like overcasting.
that's a 4.
You smack your head against it. You
I don't know how this 4.
The 4 just it
Okay.
just stops at that point.
So that's 102 base plus my 64 lore magic, so that's 166.
Okay. So you're studying it. Amongst the carvings, you find very fine, detailed runes, and that you end up. You're pointing it out to Giselle, who's like writing them down, and then you find that
We're
you're
gonna sell
actually
this in
you're
this
reciting them as they're going, as you're reading them.
Okay.
Klaatu, Barata. Anyway, so you catch yourself. The conclusion that you have is that whatever this stone is a focus for a life-giving ritual that they attempted that apparently went out of control, and it's designed to summon water
Okay.
to the area.
And it looks like it failed and did the opposite.
No,
Okay.
it looks like it worked too well.
We're gonna drown.
Okay, it is designed to summon water, but they didn't include anything of what to do with the water.
So it's pulling the water.
So it summons the water and then it vaporizes it,
Like
like destroys it.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's why we're thirsty and we don't have water in our punch.
okay.
Okay, thus they
have to
became
destroy it.
cursed because it was too powerful enough for them to remove.
You're gonna have to explain that again.
Okay, so they completed a ritual
Yes.
to create this focus that pulls the water from the surrounding area.
Okay.
Okay, in an effort to develop their city and have a life source, a water source. It was too powerful and summoned all the water, but then destroyed it because they didn't have a way to control. They didn't include a way to control it. Because they were barbarians. They knew they needed water, so they said, "Give us an item that draws water."
And was the ritual destroying it or they destroying it?
The ritual device. Okay, now it doesn't appear to be arcane. It appears to be hedge magic.
Okay.
Okay, so the conclusions that you would have is they had a tribal witch who promised them a way to bring water to the tribe. She created this object, and it is pulling water from the surrounding area. Okay. As long as there is water nearby, it continues to draw it in and destroy it. Okay? Thus, the reason the Skag Hills are now nothing but a desert.
Okay.
Because years ago, when this was created, it did that. From what you can tell from this thing, although it would take quite a long time, it doesn't seem to have a range limitation.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay?
Global extinction.
The conclusion being that they then hired a priest of Sigmar who claimed that they could stop the thing, was paid well with the wealth of the tribe, showed up with the spike, and tried to stop the ritual or stop the curse by destroying it. But something went wrong, and the priest was destroyed instead.
Okay.
Although it disrupted it such that for the past 300 years, the Skag Hills haven't really changed.
I will yell to the priest. You need the hammer with the stake back in.
But we
And
need.
that's my turn.
Okay?
So we need to put a faucet on it?
Oh man, I like this character.
Well, just do it correctly this time.
You're an
Instead of the
actual
false
priest of
numbers.
Sigmar.
Yeah, you're an
Yeah,
actual
you're an
priest.
actual priest of Sigmar. Wait, no. Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle.
Anyway, that's my.
I didn't
Anyway.
even roll him on his side.
And Giselle is
What?
writing all of this
What?
down so
Yeah.
that we can make a
You're like reading it, and she's like taking notes. And, that is amazing!
And so then
Completely oblivious
so
to
then-
the zombies
so
Did
then-
behind
I
her.
hear all this behind me?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
So then when we get back, I could sell this as an archaeological journal of
With
our
maps.
adventures.
With math.
Yeah, with maps.
That's not a terrible idea.
And this,
Don't include the entire ritual so they can't accidentally do this
Well,
shit
yeah,
again.
I'm gonna
Okay.
annotate it.
wait,
Do not do this.
this is actually
Meanwhile, the zombies decide to go.
Are they going to?
The first one walks across the bridge.
Oh shit.
Can I Sparta him?
Can you spar at him?
Sparted. This is Sparta.
Sparta.
Oh, yeah. Staggers across the door. That shakes a bit, but he gets to the middle. And then he walks off the pedestal and drops down onto the green glow where he lands and then starts climbing up on the other
He
side.
doesn't sink.
He does not sink.
Oh no.
That's
Okay.
cheating.
Hey, there we go. Add that to our research book.
the
Zombies
next-
are not affected by workstone.
The next zombie heads over to the rubble and climbs up it. Another one moves in and heads over to the pillar. And this one heads over in this direction.
I'm sorry.
You see the zombie out in the gloom heads over away from the rest towards the pillar. Okay. Andy.
The zombie
see
that's
him.
crawling up. Is that when I'm looking down? Is it 5 feet from me?
Mm-hmm.
I will pull out my rapier and
Stab him.
attempt to remove his hands or his
Okay.
leg or whatever.
Sure.
Technically, it's 2 yards, Andy.
Yeah.
That's
Stop.
Warhammer.
Throw something at
Warhammer
you.
system. Everything's measured in yards in this system.
111. And you said there were 3? 12 DP.
Okay.
I have a question. If I do Twitch and they're holding onto the wall, does that mean they let go of the wall?
Yeah, if they can't hold anything.
Is this the one I damaged first, or is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Just curious.
D, go ahead and roll.
Is 35?
35. You stab him in the hip.
I'm taking that whole pelvis hip area.
Yeah. Doesn't seem to have any effect on him.
Okay.
Okay.
Any damage or
Nope.
no damage?
No significant damage.
Oh well.
Just stab them better.
Did
Yeah.
they drop their axes when they hopped down?
No. They're holding it and climbing with one hand. It's only a couple of feet up. It's not.
Yeah,
It's
but
not.
still.
Yes, science.
That.
Since staff you got like a straw.
Thad,
The staff.
your turn.
You have.
I'm gonna
So we
sprint
just-
up to the
I
pedestal
You
as fast as I can.
I did.
Yeah, the pestle
I
is
did
still a
take
very
it, yeah.
efficient position.
How fast you can go
Uh,
with armor?
well,
Well,
I'm barely wearing anything.
okay.
So,
How fast can you go?
8, 16, 16 on a run.
16? Okay, so that would be 16 squares, which would be 40 feet to get you there. That's 8.
Oh no, the light.
That gets you up there. So you can get to about this distance.
Okay.
Okay. Now you all bring into the remnants of the light, leaving the rest of you in the dark.
I was gonna ask.
I
did
didn't even
still
think
have-
about
did
that.
I-
I'm sorry.
Did I still have movement?
I
Um,
still have my
and then movement?
candle.
Or
No.
it was
Where'd
movement?
the candle go?
Well, you
said
were
it was-
jumping around.
You dropped it.
It's just a normal candle at this point.
It's gonna go out because
Yeah.
it's not magical.
I'm
Right.
sorry,
Oh
guys.
my
I
god,
still
you just
have
left
movement,
us
or-
all in the
Sure.
dark.
The zombies.
I moved just 5 yards, not 15 feet.
Has to be even number of yards.
Oh, 6 yards. I moved 6 yards back.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
3 squares back.
We're gonna drown or die to zombies in the dark.
Yep.
Drowned in the
I'm on the edge of the light now, so.
Okay. Carter.
I'm gonna run to where the light is, so
Take another turn to figure out if there's a way to.
I'm gonna run up to where the
without
cleric
telling
just
you.
went
Okay.
and to where the
I'll be
magic
ready,
person
but you need
is.
to tell me how.
Okay. You
'Cause
go
that's
run.
where-
You go running up to the platform.
that's where the light is.
Ben.
You take the
Same
hammer
thing
and you smack it
as
in.
Carter.
Okay.
Turns out it was just like an inch off.
Full
Like,
speed.
you actually needed to hammer it in.
Or it wasn't hammered in all the way.
Okay.
And that takes all my moves.
George.
I'm going to continue studying the door, looking for a missed knowledge and how to think to disrupt this efficiently.
I'm sorry.
With a
but
magical
stop it,
holy
you're not
relic.
gonna die.
Stop, I know I'm going to die. I'm going to die from corruption anyways.
Sure. Give me a knowledge roll.
Probably gonna drown.
Magic?
Yeah.
again?
Magic again. Sure.
Am I old enough?
That is a 114.
114.
Yeah, 114.
The best you can conclude is that any sort of disruption in the artifact probably is what led to the priest's death
Okay.
because of a cascade of energy. It's a curse, and striking that curse releases the energy defensively.
Is there a way to drain? So release?
Not that you're aware of. If you were more experienced, perhaps.
Okay.
The crystals. The crystals repelled your warp
Okay.
energy from your hammer.
And again, the effect on the land is like a generational thing.
Yeah.
Okay. The fact that the curse is active again, it's not like tomorrow the entire empire is desert. Okay. It will slowly draw the water in the surrounding area into it and destroy it, and progressively that will get larger.
We have time to research this.
A, you
and
have
find a
time
better way
time
to
for
do this.
research, and B, you guys will be long dead before it's a major factor. You may have destroyed the world 100 years from now,
But we don't.
but
We
it's,
could be
it's-
titled the World Destroyer.
World Ender.
it's Warhammer.
World Enders.
You guys don't really care.
So
Okay.
are you speaking this out loud as you're discovering
Yes,
this
because
stuff?
Giselle is repeating it
I
also
thought so.
loudly to everybody
Okay.
and recording his exact words.
So we have to kill the zombies.
So you have...
You need to get out.
I'll wait
we
for
have
my
to kill the
turn.
zombies.
Okay.
Sorry.
I understand that, but I'm not leaving all my shit.
Okay.
You have all of your stuff.
No, I don't.
No.
Yeah.
Where'd it go?
I left it on that side so I could cast willpower bonus on him.
From somewhere in the darkness, you hear a couple of clangs of metal on stone.
Okay.
They're trying to bring the temple down.
This one comes up
I think it's more of them.
and then moves up the stairs. This one climbs up and then moves up to Milton. And this one climbs up over here.
Oh no, they're kind of lovely.
He bashing power method.
Okay. Andy.
I will,
We need to corral them up the stairs so we have the high ground. And funnel them in.
You're
How high
studying
is
words.
that railing behind me?
About 10 feet.
10 feet?
Get the spy glass out.
I don't have that. That's like 6. Where are you going?
Going to.
There's a zombie on top of you.
Why would you walk onto that?
So I
That was
am.
the dumbest thing.
So
You
my
know
run,
that'd
is,
be funny.
run takes an entire action.
Was it funny?
Entire round?
Yes.
so you're engaged.
Okay.
What do you want
So
to do?
weird sense of humor, but sure.
For a bunch of stone to eat my legs.
I will.
So jump into the pool of sharks because it's fun.
You're going to what?
Bunch of
So I need a
rocks.
round to reload my pistol.
Physical rocks
Correct.
ate my legs.
At least one round. I don't know what the reload is.
Yeah. Can we back away? Like the 5-foot step, that doesn't exist here.
I'm fine with the mechanic of it.
Okay. I'm gonna move the 5-foot step away.
I mean, we're sort of in a neutral, fudging the rules anyways
Yeah.
mechanic, so I'm neutral on it.
And then I'm gonna make
Then you're gonna run,
my full run of 16
okay,
all the way up those stairs.
up to the other one
Yeah.
You're 16 yards. You have 16 yards worth of move
For
or
run.
for a
No,
run.
run 16, yeah.
Oh, okay. So,
Okay, so there is another one at the top of the
15
stairs that
feet.
just reached the group.
Error message.
I can't go through the wall.
7, 8.
Okay.
And I'll reload. Oh no.
Oh,
5-foot
no, that was
step.
double move, yeah.
Double move, yeah.
Okay, Thad.
I'm going to. Who's next to me? Who's next?
Me.
Now, if it matters,
Zombie.
from what he told you of the vision and what
Yeah,
you're
the top of the
you're
stairs is
interpreting from this magic,
And my stab did.
disrupting that
Rigger didn't know.
is not just
That's you.
destroying whoever
No, I'm
puts
not-
the
no, I'm
spike
down on
in.
the stairs.
Okay.
Zombie didn't do it.
You
you ran
suspect
past him?
whatever
He
would
ran
happen
first.
would
Oh, okay.
would cascade and destroy everything in the room.
Oh, you're down there, aren't you?
No, I ran up.
No, it's a zombie.
To the
He's
light.
up there. He and
Oh shit.
Ben are
I'm
both up
right there.
Okay. I'm gonna set the lantern down,
Okay.
and I'm gonna cast, or I'm gonna pray, basically invoke
Okay.
Sigmar's hammer. So,
And you're cursed.
Is that
Made
an,
it.
that's an enhancement on your hammer?
mhm.
Okay. What'd you make it by?
Like 5.
Okay, your spell fails. Your hammer seems to resist. In this case, the rest of you see the flames on it flare to life as he tries to cast a spell on it.
Maybe they'll think you're one of them.
It's the effort that counts.
Did you want to move or do something else?
I figured I'd take my action for the turn.
Sure. Okay.
I mean, if you let
Well,
me.
you put the lantern down, so that would have been the other portion of
Yeah,
it.
that's your move
That's
action.
valid.
then.
Okay. Carter.
I'll punch the zombie that's there.
Knuckle dust it.
Can I get a bonus since my knuckle
Thinking
dusters are
Army of
bludgeoning?
Darkness.
Can you?
But he'll apply any.
Oh,
he'll
okay.
say, you just give him.
No, I haven't.
But they're bludgeoning.
What
but
is it?
He knows that.
I'll add it to the list of movies.
Yes.
Oh,
it's-
98 again.
Maybe
What's
close.
it about?
I'm not gonna go into it. It's Army of Darkness. Just watch it.
That's a great movie. 126. I can't go. Wait, I can go to small attacks, not past
Yeah,
medium
list
though,
of
right?
movies from that.
Medium is what you are.
Okay, so I can go to here.
I can find you 12 movies.
13C.
10 minutes. That would
Okay.
Okay,
better
so now roll
classics
again.
that you need to watch.
Yeah,
it's got a letter
if
in
Dad
it.
listens,
64.
He'll load them on.
Oh, your dad knows all the movies.
See brawling.
Army of Darkness used to be my favorite movie.
Let's get the hell out of here.
What'd you roll?
64.
64. You catch his weapon arm and use it and strike the arm across your knee, forcing the weapon out of his hands.
Well done.
He takes 8 hits, and you get a +5 next round.
You know the whole Klaatu, Frata, Nictu thing that we keep making a joke about?
Does he
half-baked
take?
spells?
Does he get the 8
That's from
plus
that
my
movie.
13 that I got?
Yes. What?
Is it where they go in a pyramid?
He takes 8 points in addition to the 13 you
Okay,
did.
cool.
Okay. That is enough to no. It is still fighting. The battle axe is laying on the ground next to him.
Cool. I'm busy tomorrow.
Whatever. Just watch it before the next game session.
Fistful of booms.
Ben.
Okay, and you said shields. I don't need to raise them.
You just have to have your shield out and usable.
I'd like to hold my shield and my axe.
You just want to hold your shield and axe?
You said I don't have to raise it to get the bonus, right?
Yeah, your axe is out, your shield is out, that's fine.
Oh.
Don't you want to attack?
Just one action?
It doesn't take any action.
Doesn't take an action.
Oh, sorry.
As long as you're not
Yes.
using like a two-handed weapon or something like that, your shield is viable.
And yes, I would like to attack with my axe.
Okay?
110. That'd be one success with.
That's not
Wait,
how
oh.
we do it.
Sorry.
I don't even use melee weapons. I
Armor
know you have
class
to look at the
3.
table.
It says armor
3.
class 3. So then that's 13 CS.
Okay.
That's a 13C slash. S stands for slash.
Right. Now roll percentile for the C.
What's the C
And
stand for?
That's the severity
That's
of the
still both dice.
A through E.
C is
44.
44 on a C. You open a wide cut across his belly, do 2 extra hits, and the creature turns to dust as it collapses.
Well done.
A very fine dust that sort of lingers in the air.
We're gonna
That's
choke
the
on
dust
it.
that's all over everything. We've been breathing people. Gross.
We're gonna choke on
It's
it and
Warhammer.
die.
We've probably done it before.
Yeah.
George.
Oh. Shit on the side. This will empower you.
That's why Warpstone goes by Soylent Green.
So do I need to make a cool test since I saw the ones
You
on
do.
So, okay. Since I've now been paying attention to the
Yes.
fight and not the door. So, my cool is like super cool. That is.
You're super cool.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I rolled a 91 after my 54.
Sure.
so
You're cool.
I'm so cool.
Okay. What would you like to do?
Can I see any of the zombies or?
No. You can hear movement in the room below you.
I will pull out my halberd
Okay.
and move over here.
Okay.
Motion to Giselle to follow me.
Okay.
We
Gisela,
push her downstairs.
give me a cool check.
Oh,
we're not gonna-
that's gonna be great.
We're not gonna be able to fix this here.
Cool. She
We
has
gotta
training
study
in
it.
cool. So
Okay.
I did dump points into that.
So
Okay.
we just need to fight our way out of here.
That is a.
correctly. Can you destroy it?
Sean implied that we couldn't. There was no course of
That's a
action
93.
that would fix this.
A 93.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's scared.
Okay.
Plug.
I think
She
we destroy
retreats
this
to
wall,
here.
we die.
Okay.
Okay.
Not towards the people to help her. She just like.
Well, no, because she hears movement on the left stairs too.
Okay. Could I go by her then instead?
No.
Okay.
Because you're not aware of what she's going to do.
Honestly,
Sure.
it's probably gonna
Okay.
be behind.
You see a zombie come into the light over here. Another one moves up, chasing Milton.
I'm gonna Palpatine that zombie.
Okay. And at this point, this is a good time to wrap up as the zombies close in on the group.
There you go, Cardi.
To let you debate.
I know, and I actually hit something.
And
Okay.
did good damage.
Well,
I got a 98.
for the purposes of William, we will need a new character because they don't take prisoners,
Nope.
and the group opted to leave him behind, which is probably a good thing because now we don't have to see how corrupted you ended up
The
being.
door would have
No, it's simple.
He was all the corrupt.
He was all the
I
corrupted.
didn't think I had over double my points.
Yeah.
You missed it.
You missed the first one.
He
with
had
6.
total of 11 corruption.
By chance, did you have
From that pool. Alone.
written down how you were going to die, and did it happen to include zombies with axes in the dark?
Very specific.
I remember he said betrayal.
Betrayal, so I was betrayed by my own
No,
senses.
you were not betrayed.
Oh, you did something dumb.
You did it to yourself
No,
at that time
That's not how he died. He died
because
by,
the zombies killed him.
which means we betrayed him by leaving him.
No,
dead. I tried.
I wrote
How
mine
do
as
you
I
want-
died to
I'll
necromancy.
sit down with him and make a
I
new
mean, that
character.
could
Okay.
probably be something
How-
then.
Well, I'm not gonna kill myself.
Any?
None.
He starts out
Yeah,
at 0.
start at 0.
It's so confusing.
Yeah.
I
It's
actually
not
don't care.
for Warhammer.
I for-
It's a factor certainly, but it's not a huge factor like other games where you start off way behind because your advancement is so fast at the beginning that you can catch up fairly quickly.
Yeah, Carter's not too far behind us.
Yeah,
overall.
he missed half the campaign.
Okay.
And
So-
he's pretty comparable with
So we
us.
get another 100 for today.
Yes.
Okay.
Do we get anything extra for ruining the land?
Just for causing an
Like
apocalypse.
I mean, we really are the world enders. I feel like that's our new team.
It's our new title.
Maybe.
We are
Um,
the world enders.
So I'll give him the I'll give him the
It's our-
100 for today because he played today.
Okay.
But yeah, the whole intent of Warhammer is
That
unless you die by the way that your
problem
vision
with
is.
Die and be reborn.
I think he did something really dumb. He took a massive risk and it cost him.
Hey, the guy with the hole in his head is finally gone.
He had no legs and a hole in
That
his head.
sucks though, man. That character had been through so much shit.
Isn't that the
But
first
now-
character you guys have lost this entire time?
Yeah.
But now you know.
He has the dubious distinction of being the first
exactly.
one.
Maybe you roll
Possibly the
100 right off the
unluckiest
bat.
character in the group too.
You see, now it's gonna roll a
I'm just gonna
noble.
put my doomsday
And it's
as-
gonna be like, it's gonna ruin the campaign
stupid.
because all of a sudden we have a noble traveling with us.
He said that he's realized that he's gonna make his doomsday just something stupid.
Okay.
It's okay, we're probably gonna
Fall
drown.
Well,
into a vat of
it-
Joker acid or
Well,
something.
functionally, if your doom is I kill myself, I'm not going to give you credit for it anyways. Okay. So it needs to be something that could logically happen. It can be as obscure as you want it to be. I don't care about that. You get killed by a falling dragon dropping and walking in the wilderness. Fine. But it can't be something that you can directly control and suicide yourself because you're done with your character.
Mine was killed by an angry woman and it almost happened.
It-
I got pushed overboard. That was a
That
woman
would've
that pushed
been
me
funny
overboard.
as fuck.
I just kept looking at Sean like, as I'm drowning every round, I'm looking at him like, okay.
What are the odds of
my-
this?
I guess.
Mine's mutants. Mutants mauling me and killing me.
Mine's
He's
death
gonna
by
come
I
back.
don't even remember what I wrote down. I
Well-
have to go see if I can find my original character
Mine's
sheet.
death by necromancy.